What's up? What's up, guys? I don't know what is going on. Oh, and now it's playing in the background. Oh my goodness. Okay. It's on a delayed loop. I can hear it playing back in my head late. What's up? Oh, that's what it
What's up,
is.
guys? I
Hold
don't
on,
know what is
guys.
going on. Oh, and now it's
I
playing in
know
the
what's going
background.
on.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
All right, so I guess I'll do that. All right, what's up, guys? What's going on? Unicycles, Spartacus, what's going on, fellas? First of all, I just turned the sound down there. I want to make sure. Can you still hear me? I'm having loop issues here. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Check, 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 a check, a check, check. Yeah, okay. Willie Brady, what's up? What's up? What's up? Okay, this thing. Trying something different tonight. Seeing if this mic works well. So, Wheeler, you can hear me? Can you hear me? Yep. Okay. Perfect. Let me see. This thing does all kinds of voice things, but I just want to make sure it's working right because it was giving me an echo back. So that was throwing me off to start with. But what's up, guys? A lot to talk about. Wheelie, are you guys still on the road? Are you on your way there? No, not yet, right? Um, Wait, I forget what day it is. Today's the 22nd, Wednesday. So many things going on. Uh, okay. Perfect, perfect, perfect. I've been hearing a lot of chatter online. I just wanted to talk about a few things. I'm back at work, which, for a few days anyway, and it's driving me nuts. Driving me nuts. I already don't like having to go to work. I retire well, technically in a month, in a little over a month, but just being there, I'm like, I want to go home. uh, so I'm already a little feisty, like not wanting to do it. But yeah, um, Brady, what's your status right now? Uh, you guys there yet? Adventures in Gold. What's up? What's up? Um, so, as the title suggested, I want to talk about a few things. I want to talk about the Nosfet Arrow because I'm a lot of hype on this thing, and I don't know. I'm not sure I'm quite there. I guess it looks nice. We'll start with it. Why not? It looks good. I mean, it's not that I don't like the look of it. I love the look of it. The stats look good, but I think people are getting a little too carried away. Oh, you guys are in Utah right now? Okay, cool. I think you guys, people are getting a little too carried away about this thing already. Um, Maybe it's just me. I don't know. But I don't know. I know it should be a good wheel, but I think people are forgetting what happened with the S22 and people are forgetting that, not to get so hyped until you have a wheel, you ride a wheel and it is tested a little bit, but people are jumping on the bandwagon like both feet. And I guess I'm just like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Yeah, it does. Dale, it does look like a great small wheel. It's very pricey, and I mean, but I mean, it's got some heft and beef to it. But do we know yet? Like, you know what I mean? Like, there were some things wrong with the apex that needed to be tweaked. I thought I don't like not having a handle, and I know people are still like, some people are hype on it. I think it needs time. I just don't think that everybody jumping on it like, yeah, people are jumping it with both feet. I'm like, not yet. I don't know. That's just me, I guess. Here, let me change this to original voice to make sure. Okay, good. That takes off all the echo. Anyway, I think it's just a little too much too soon. You know what I mean? Yeah. See, look, yo, mono vibe. You feel me? You feel me? Hey, what's up, Marty? Uncle Marty's in the house. Yo, what's up, Marty? You inspired today's show because I've been running busy doing stuff, but I keep seeing you jumping on. You were talking with Don and everybody, and there's just so much that went on in China I want to talk about, and I keep seeing this Nosfet Arrow jumping up, and everybody's like rah rah rah, and I'm like, wait, hold up, just remember the S22. That's just my thought. The S22 I thought was, the best ever. I was so on board. I jumped in with both feet on that, and I was like, and then it turns out that I wasn't ever really thrilled. It never really did it for me. I rode it, and I'm just like, it's nice, but it never really like did it for me. And I feel like the Nosfet Arrow, same thing. Don't jump on board yet. Wait till you ride it. Wait till people test it. Then get. I mean, yes, the specs look great. Numbers are great, but we all know that numbers aren't the whole story. So I don't know. Plus, are the numbers ain't great with the price. Yo, that thing. I'm like, how much? Matter of fact, let me stroll over here. Patton has some fierce competition. Dale saying, with the new, which one are you talking about? Uh, Better on paper, always Begode has got its sale on though. Right. See, Begode needs to have a sale on because I look. I'm telling you right now, y'all. The XWay is incredible in my book because I've rode it, because I've thrown it off the cliff several times, because I've put my whole body weight on it and slammed it, and because I ran it into a tree, and because the video that I just saw another video from China on that. But anyway, we'll get to the X-Way. Let's continue talk about the Nosfet for a second. The Arrow, 1899 for a little wheel. It's like the Falcon. So no matter how big the photo looks, it's like the Falcon. It's a smaller wheel. And I just think that's I don't know. I think that's a lot of money. It's got great specs, sure, but just with the tax, $2,000. So $2,000 for a wheel that goes 34 miles an hour, top speed. For for those of us that ride, mm, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Suspension, the adjustable suspension, though, it's a little soon, in my opinion. Didn't Apex just drop? Right. I think the same thing. It just dropped. Apex just dropped. And yes, the adjustable suspension is good. But again, how good? You know, um, I'm worried. Hopefully the suspension, and Marty says, hopefully the suspension is implemented better than the Apex, and regardless of what Jack says, the sides suck for pads. Yes, Marty. I was looking at that. I was looking at what's the name, the other guy's video today, Will Good Time, and he said something about it, and I agree. Those of us who know we're gonna put some aftermarket pad. Well, you have to. There's no pads on it. It doesn't come with pads. So, how good of an idea do you think it is to make this adorable, you know, well, I say adorable, a gorgeous looking wheel, but you're gonna have to cover it up. So, isn't it better to like make it come with some pads that look good so that maybe you don't have to cover it up? I don't know. You said how much is it? It's 18.99, so that's a lot. Still waiting for the F-22 Pro reviews, real world testing. Yep, that's what I mean. I want real world stuff. Um, Made in America. Well, bigger motor. So yes, 2,000 for 11 watt hour. I don't need it. Marty, I love you, bro. Like you say it directly like it is. Directly like it is. And that's what I'm talking about. Yeah, I don't need it. Like it doesn't fill a use. Not saying I don't want it, but I would want it at a lower price. I don't want it at that price. I got them down below here so you can just see on the bottom of the screen. Oh, actually, you can see it. I can't. Anyway, the cruising speed, 55 pounds, not bad. 2 hours and 80% to 80%. Max load, 275 pounds, which is good because I'm 250 right now. Yes, I'm a lard ass. I know. Um, Capacity 1100 watt hours. Yep. 35-mile range. But the 34 miles per hour, I mean, I just think it's too small for, $2,000. I think it's just too much. Too much money for 34 miles per hour. $2,000 is just too much. Yeah, Wheelie Brady said, "XWay is the way. This is the way." Yes, I agree. Definitely not getting one, Spartacus. Well, I don't say that yet. I just say, I gotta hold up. I gotta hold up. Big boy, fast boy. What's up? He said, "Target audience, Batman." Yo, it like legit, right? It does look like a Batman wheel. That is definitely a Batman wheel. That's a good one. Good to see you, big boy. Yo, Nick. um, yeah, there's a couple of F-22 vids. I haven't even watched them yet. Um, yeah, I agree, Marty. He said it should come with slick looking flat panels that can accept pads. That's what I mean. Like, don't get me wrong. I appreciate the aesthetics of this wheel. This wheel looks really good. They did a good job designing it. It's got that nice curvature. When I look at this wheel, especially spinning on this page, I'm like, damn. But again, where you gonna put the pads? Like like there's not a flat surface on there. Like even the sides on the outside the suspension, there's grooves and stuff in there. So now you have to put Velcro over it. Then you're gonna have to put some sort of padding on there. So the look is gone, and the padding is not going to stick like perfectly against that flat surface. But that's just my thought. Hold on one second, people. Hold on. I got my man here. Hold on one second, y'all. What's up? I thought so. Can you get it? I'm on live right now, bro. I'm talking to Afeez, everybody. He's still in China. So no, that's what I'm saying, brother. I know the time difference is killing you and killing us. We keep trying to talk, but it is what it is. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, look, if you got a phone, you want to jump in, let me know. All right, I'll send you the link anyway. I'll send you the link. All right, bye. So today's today's chat, people, was supposed to be with Afeez, but we keep missing each other, and trying to get together is kind of difficult when he's over there 12 hours ahead. It's tomorrow over there at 9:45 in the morning. So he just saw the message. We were talking back and forth. Anyway, let me see. I don't think small wheels like this are safe. Are safe to ride at speeds higher than 25 miles per hour. Well, I mean, you're right. When you get up to a certain speed, you are going to have problems simply because it's a smaller wheel and you're going to get the wobble. You're going to get, not be able to control it. Doesn't have the weight to maintain itself at higher speed. So, but I think 34 is not that fast. I think at 34 you'll be all right on this wheel. I think because of looking at the width of that tire, it's wide enough that it looks like it's going to hold you and give you some stability. So I think it'll be fine at 34, Marty. That's just my opinion, but I still feel that it's just too much money. I'm just like when I see the price, I'm like, oh, oh, it's just too much for that little of a wheel. I don't know. Yeah, but you're right. There's no doubt it is an attractive wheel. Um, he says, "Are pads even necessary on a small wheel like that?" Well, I'll be honest, Dale. I think pads are necessary on whatever you're riding. I don't care. Whatever you're riding. Um, that's That's just my thought. So Big Boy says introductory price is always high. It'll come down in a few months. You're right, but that's in a few months. So the problem is that people want to jump on it now, and I keep seeing all these videos of people. Oh, it's gonna be this, it's gonna be that, and I guess I get worried because I'm like, I don't know. I'm like, okay, guys, ease up. You don't know that it's gonna be all that yet. I mean, I can see being cautiously optimistic, like I am. I mean, you guys know me. I jump in. I usually am like, yeah, yeah, yeah. But I don't know. I guess because there's so many wheels now, I always would rather just err on the side of caution and just wait. Like, now, not that I want to ride them all right away, but I don't want to get so into it, so like rah 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 right away. I wanna that S22 taught me a lesson, and I've learned it ever since. Excuse me, that I don't jump in with both feet, not yet. Um, Let me see. The Arrow has me interested just for the fact that my parents want a safe, high quality beginner EUC. Depends on the use case. Yes, but I don't think number one. Shouts out to Jack. I appreciate Jack, but I don't. I This is their second wheel. It's not proven yet. It's getting there. So if your parents want a wheel, I would probably go with something a lot cheaper, smaller, and proven a little more proven. Has some time under it. That's just my thinking. I think this is too much to be an intro wheel to anybody. But that's again my thoughts, my humble opinions. That's all. Oh, hold on a sec. Let me do this. Do 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 but Marty was there. And we had a hell of a time in China. But Marty had a little more interesting of a time, I think, than anyone else. uh, we'll get to that too, Marty. I still feel bad for you, brother. I know I was giving you shit, and I apologize for that, but I love you. uh, what am I doing here? I'm trying to get. Where is my link at? I can't see it. That's weird. Hold on, hold on, hold on. Hold on, hold on. Oh, there it goes. Okay. Give me a second, people. Multitasking. Oh, let me send this. 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna get right back to the chat. Uh-huh. 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 Here we go. This my man right there. Okay. Oh. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Too many things at once. But it is what it is, what it is. Um one more sec, people. Oh, of course not. So let me see, what do we got? Let me do that. What and So Big Boy, you said I'm not a fan how they're advertising such high top speeds with small battery configurations. It's going to inspire overconfidence and cutouts, in my opinion. Yeah, I agree. Um, I mean, this wheel you should probably be riding about 25, 30. That should be probably where you're at, But you know, the high speed, the high battery, and this and that. Like you said, you're like, it's going to inspire some overconfidence. I agree with that. That's for sure. But it's not gonna stop people. No matter what we do, you know how that goes. People are gonna do what they're gonna do. I am just worried because it is scary to me when I see all these people jumping on board, and even that guy, he's talking about I'm gonna he's gonna do it right away, like buy that wheel right away. I'm like, um, maybe let some people test it before you just jump. Um, to unblick me. Somebody's got you blocked. I don't know. Uh, yeah, some 3D printer genius will snap on side panels. Yeah, I got a 3D printer over there that I just started to learn how to use. Um, but it won't be me. It'll be somebody who knows what they're doing. Hey, James Darnell, what's up, man? Probably a good entry level or young preteen wheel. Yeah, probably. The issue is we don't know that yet. You know what I mean? I think it's too much money for them as an entry wheel. There's better options for entry, you know? Uh yeah, they should focus on fixing the Apex than coming out with this at this price point. But I think if they had come out with this wheel at $500 less, okay, it's competing with the Falcon. But I think it's just the Falcon's too much, I think. I think the price of the Falcon is too much, but there's nothing I can do. Oh, hold on a sec. Let me see here. Let me see something. Hang on, man. Hang on. Where am I at? Where am I at? I need to assign him there. And then what's up, Marty? Mic check. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Can you see me?
I can't hear you. Hold on a sec. Hold on. Let me see something. And there. No, that's a. Marty, say something real quick. What's up, Marty?
Hey, can you
Oh,
hear me?
okay. Can you hear me? So
Yeah.
the
Can
sound
you
is
see me?
looped through this, and when I'm on this, I can't hear you, but I can hear you on there. So I know you are alive. I just couldn't hear you through. I got this mixer thing that allowed me to
Can you hear me?
do craziness, but I can hear you.
Okay.
But now it's looping back. Uh, hold on a sec. Oh, hold on. We got somebody else. Hold on, hold on. I can hear you on there.
Well,
So I know you are alive. I just couldn't hear you through. I got this mixer thing that allowed me to do craziness. Afeez.
Hey, hey, hey. Oh my God.
Okay, hang
Oh,
on one
wow.
sec. Let me see. Oh
Okay.
boy. Okay, if I turn
yeah, and
that off. Okay.
I'm also hearing you like
Oh,
a
so
long
now
delay. Like
you hear a delay?
I hear a delay
it's like
as
I,
well.
it's like I can hear your live stream on your end or something. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. This thing is driving me nuts. I think I'm gonna have to cut this off. Hang on a sec. I think I'm gonna switch to the other mic and stuff because
Long delay. Like
yeah, it's weird. This is what I was gonna do. Listen,
it's like
listen.
I can hear your live
This
stream
thing allows
on
me
your
to
end or
change
something.
my
I don't know.
voice and sound crazy like this, or it allows
Me to go and sound like this, or all kinds of craziness, but it also
It also loops it back around, and apparently my system is not liking it. So hang on one sec.
I, I think you're about to lose everyone pretty soon here.
Okay, hold on, hold on a sec. I'm gonna cut this craziness out.
it
Hold
also
on. It also system is not liking it. So hang on one sec. There we go. All right. All right. Let's see if I can unplug all this nonsense. All right. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.
Can you?
And I can hear you loud and clear now. All right.
Hey, Afeez.
It's
Hey,
a
Marty.
feast. Yo. It's guys, it's a feast, the one who tried to kill me on the trip.
Oh wow, that was a bit sketchy. Is Marty there as well?
Uh,
Yeah, you can't hear me, Afeez?
Oh yeah, I can hear you now. Yes, I can hear you.
I,
Yes.
I can't see Afeez though on my little screen, but
oh yeah, you won't
Yeah,
be able to see him,
I
Marty.
cannot see you too, Marty. So, but I can hear you.
You
okay.
guys won't be able to see each other unless you pull up a stream on the side.
Yeah, but then it's delayed by about 10 seconds or
It,
10 minutes.
it's wow, it's still delayed, huh?
That's okay. That's okay.
It's okay.
That's really
It's okay.
crazy. Hold on, let me
I know what Afeez looks like.
Exactly. So that's
that that is so weird. I can still hear the playback in my headphones, uh, delayed. But you guys hear me directly, right? What I'm saying, you hear?
yes.
Yeah, I can't hear any other feedback, so it sounds good.
Okay.
Sounds good to me.
So hang on one. I think I know what it is. Ah, all this time I should have figured it. I think I got the show on the other panel. Yep. I have the show on another tab, and so that's why it was doing that. Anyway, all right. So, Afeez, I don't know if you caught any of the beginning, but we were talking about the Nosfet Arrow. Um,
Yeah.
so, and
Oh.
I was saying that I think it's a little too much too early. I think that everybody getting all crazy about it is a little too early. I think we need to hold off a little bit and make sure it's gonna be, what it claims to be. What do you think, as a distributor?
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, even before I comment as as a distributor, as a writer, I went down to Nosfet HQ and I
Yeah,
wrote the early prototype.
yeah.
Yeah. And my initial gut feeling while riding that wheel is it's got torque. It's going to be fun.
Hmm.
But they did tell me that they were still working and to refine some of the hardware and also the firmware. But you can tell that once they get it right, based on what they described to me, that it's going to be a really good, solid 14, 15-inch grab and go wheel, as we call it, as call it, actually. I
Uh,
remember that day, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
That's
So
I gotta get a new shirt. Grab and go wheel. That's my new phrase there. I
grab and
like that.
go wheel. Yeah. I
So,
think,
so
I mean,
based on the specs, it's kind of like the S18, right? I mean, same battery size, kind of.
yeah, I
Um,
mean, well,
I
yes
would
and
say
no.
yes, but it seems like it's being marketed more towards the Falcon.
Yeah. Yes. Absolutely. So it's got more torque than the S18.
Oh yeah,
I can,
right.
yeah, I can immediately feel the torque. Um, but it's a very good looking wheel as well. I mean, I like the S18. At the time when it came out, it was revolutionary in terms of the way it looked. But this also looked really, really good looking in terms of you want to buy it. And I think they wanted to focus on a product that will attract attention, that make people
Hmm.
go, "Whoa, I want that." And it's not about top speed. It's not about how far you can go. It's a wheel for you to pick up and go to the supermarket, or maybe a quick 10-mile ride and then go back home and then charge it. Um, so for me, my initial reaction is after writing it, I think they would do well. There are some things that they could improve, and I think Marty, I saw some of your comments online in regards to the flat panel. I wrote the prototype with a pad on it, but I didn't really adjust it. I just wrote it, briefly. I won't say well. Say I wrote it for about, half an hour to 40 minutes, and it was okay for me. But I didn't have the chance to mess about with the pads to put it how I like it. So I'm not sure what they're going to do in terms of accommodating people that want a slightly flatter surface. And I also think that they should provide um, Velcro. You shouldn't have to be providing your own sort of Velcro and and stuff like that for a wheel of this of this type.
Yeah,
You just want
I think,
so
I think Begode, and I think I'm saying Emotion too, that they're providing Velcro that's pre-cut, has all holes punched on the right places. Sometimes it's actually pre-installed. That's the new standard. I think Leaperkim and by extension, Nosfet, they're behind the times. They need to, provide tailored Velcro and maybe even pre-installed.
I agree.
I,
I agree.
I,
But let me ask you this, Afeez. You said you
yeah.
rode it with the pads. What pads did you have on it, and how did they attach?
Okay, so I wrote it. What I wrote was, as I said, and I keep iterating this. This is an early prototype version. It's not the black one that you see. It's like a
Okay.
silver. Yeah. So
Yeah, I saw your
but it
photo. It's like a grayish, whatever.
like a gray sheet, exactly. But that's their very early prototype, and it still had some of the indents that you will probably see on the production. But so what they did was they put a Velcro over it, and then I had the baby Grizzler pads, and I was able to put that on there, and that attached on there. Now the
Uh-oh, he froze.
Yeah,
Dang it.
I
He's in
don't hear.
China. He's in China. Wherever he's at, his signal is not that great right now. We had a lot of that while we were over there.
Yeah,
So, unfortunately, he'll be back in a second. So while we're waiting for him, Marty, I I don't know. So he just said, the baby Grizzlies. You know
yeah,
what I mean? Even that worries me, because that means that we're right. What we're looking at, you're only gonna have enough space to put like little pads on, smaller pads.
yeah, and I think every wheel needs pads, and I agree with some people say, well, does it really need pads? But I think they do,
I do too.
but they probably don't need huge pads. And Jack said, well, we've had no problems, you know, putting pads on, but I can see the shape and I can just imagine how it goes. You kind of mush Velcro on and you kind
Yeah.
of mush the pads on and kind of make them semi-fit. But, you know, this is a premium, absolutely gorgeous looking wheel, right?
Yep.
They should provide tailored, gorgeous looking flat panels that people can put on or not put on if they choose not to, but
Yep.
so that even when people put their own pads on, it still looks beautiful.
Well,
And it's China. It shouldn't cost them that much to do this.
no, but I'm also thinking about. Oh well, he really dropped out. I'm also thinking about, Marty, the fact that it is. Oh, there he goes. Um, that it is, like you said, premium. This is a premium wheel. Hey, you're back there, buddy.
yeah, I'm back. Yes,
Yeah.
sorry about that.
We were just continuing on kind of what you said. We were talking about the fact that the way the wheel looks, it has that
Yeah.
the sides and stuff. You said you rode the baby Grizzlies, and we were saying that it looks like you're gonna have to make them fit. It looks like you're gonna put the Velcro in different crevices, and it's not gonna attach 100%. And then you're gonna have to put the I don't know. I just think I'm worried about that for that price. That's really why I'm worried about it the most. If this wheel costs $900,
Yeah.
I wouldn't care.
Yes.
And
Oh,
the
yeah.
gold
I
is,
just yeah. Go on,
well, it's the same Begode who's
Marty. Go on.
makes cheaper wheels. They're providing pads, tailored pads and tailored Velcro on their wheels. So they need to
Yeah.
up their game.
Yeah, again, I think that there might be some. I believe so. I'm not 100% sure, but I think there might be some legal issues as to the reason why they can provide pads, as in Begode, and other manufacturers like
Oh,
Leopard Kim cannot provide pads.
oh,
Oh.
So
oh, yeah. I remember
exactly,
that now. But but they can
Yeah.
provide Velcro and they can provide panels.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, and yeah, that is true. I've been reading some of what Jack has been saying, and I've also told him as well privately. I think they are making provisions for that as well. So I know they're
Okay.
working behind the scenes to try to, yeah. So I think they are going to do that. Let's just wait and see what solution they're going to provide.
Yeah.
But I know that they are
I,
listening and they will do something.
I saw that he said in, I think, a Facebook post that we're going to provide Velcro. My only concern, and I mean, I'm not losing sleep over this, but my only concern is they're going to provide a roll of Velcro in the box, right? And
Yeah.
it's just,
Look, I'm not gonna lie. I feel, and it's weird to say this, I feel spoiled by Begode because, and not just Begode, because I think Leaperkim's come that way too now, right? With the Velcro already pre-installed on the wheel and cut right the way you need the Velcro to be to put whatever pads you want on it. I guess I'm kind of spoiled now because I think it's a thing, especially when these wheels are costing a lot of money, and this is a smaller wheel and it's like half the price, but it's still $2,000. Uh,
yeah,
Velcro
yeah.
installed, ready to go. Let's see it.
Yeah. And again, I will speak just based on my conversation with Jack afterwards, even before everybody started talking about the Velcro. Um, he's definitely aware that this was going to happen, and I know that they're probably working behind the scenes to have a Velcro that's already pre-cut. Um, I will, after this call, I will definitely ping him again and say, hey, dude, I think if you guys are already working on it, great. But if you're not already working on it, you better make sure there's a pre-cut Velcro on there. And I'm sure he will do it. Yeah. I'm sure he'll do it.
And
He'll do it.
and I know Jack is probably thinking, why are these guys spending 15 minutes on Velcro? So
I was thinking it.
No, but you know,
yeah. Oh,
but,
Look,
so I'll stop.
but
I'll
that's the
stop
good
talking
thing.
about it now.
Exactly, but just to say, just before we end it, as I said, he will definitely do it. So you don't need to worry about that. I will make sure that he do it, and I'll tell him. And he will listen. It's part of the community anyway. But it's I will say from if Jack is watching this or anybody else is watching this, it does show that people like this will. Because if you don't like it or you don't care about it, you won't even give it
yeah,
1 minute
I,
to discuss
Yeah,
about Velcro,
yeah,
right? It's because we want it to succeed.
yeah,
So
we like the look of it. We definitely like the look of
yeah.
it.
yeah.
Beautiful looking wheel.
Yeah, and I appreciate that they aesthetically, the wheel is a home run. But
Mm,
practically,
yeah.
I don't know yet. We'll have to see.
I,
And
And I, you know what? I guess if it had a toe piece like on the Leaperkin wheels, and I was actually
yeah.
thinking if it had a toe piece and then there was some other way that we haven't figured out yet, because that toe piece, you know how you can move it up, you can move it down, or you can take it off, right? So it's
Mm,
a solid piece that has become a way that you can do, like, you don't need that pad anymore because they came up with a way to make it obsolete, really. um if they
mhm.
did more like that, and I know it's tough because everybody likes their stuff differently, so it'd be kind of hard to make pads that were like that toe clip, I know, but I don't know, I guess aesthetically I'm very pleased with the wheel. I worry about riding it, and even though I love the look, because you guys know I'm always putting like nice looking pads and nice seat, I want my wheels to look pretty. So this looks like a Cobra wheel right here, but I still need to ride it. I still need to be able to control it.
Oh yeah,
So that's my fear.
yeah, yeah.
If I can't control it, then
Mm,
I don't even want to ride it. So we'll see. We'll see. And Marty,
we'll see.
I know you can't see. I don't think you can. Well, I know you can't see the comment on the screen unless you have another device up. But thanks for eating steak and not inviting me. I'm
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Thanks. I'm never gonna forget you about that. Never gonna forget you.
So, okay.
Oh
So
no.
for people who don't know, I'm gonna fill you in real quick. We're gonna take a quick detour off of Nosfet right now. China. While we were over in China, we had a fantastic time. Even though there were some things that, there were some pitfalls, and one of those things was Marty. Marty was sick as a dog when he got there. Oh, thanks for bringing the sickness, Marty. We appreciate you bringing the germs to the trip.
Yeah, infected me as well.
Yes. Yeah, Marty got
you
a bunch.
can't blame me for everything.
Oh yeah,
You
Marty
kinda-
got a bunch of people sick. He got a bunch of people sick.
I did not. You guys got the Chinese variant.
Yo,
Mine was made in USA, but the one you got was probably in China.
Marty was patient zero. So when Marty showed up sick, he was, by the time I got there, I didn't get there till days later, and Marty was like really bad, but he was coming around. But he couldn't eat. He couldn't eat. None of the food over there was working for him at all. And Marty's a particular. He's a particular
not because I was
eater.
sick. That's not why I couldn't eat it. But come on, you got to admit the Chinese food has its challenges here and there, right? I mean,
I guess I'm more adventurous than you, Marty. So I enjoyed the food that I had while I was there. Not all of it, because there was some stuff that I would not, but it was an adventurous time, and we were really trying hard to enjoy ourselves and enjoy the food.
Yeah.
And Marty's like, I'm a steak and potatoes guy. This is not working for me at all.
And rice.
And rice.
And
steak,
rice.
potatoes, and rice.
Yeah. And that was it.
So one day, as a group, well, not as a small group, we decided we were going to go out to find something to eat. And we're like, we need to find something to eat. So we went to this mall area, I didn't know that was a big mall above us. I just went to the open area, and I thought it was like an open market, and I didn't realize there was actually a 4-story mall above us. But so we were looking for food, and we found this place that had steak. And Marty had been saying what I would do for a steak. I would kill for a steak right now.
Yeah, I would have paid $100 for a steak.
Yeah. So when we saw this place, I instantly thought of Marty. And of course, I was giving Marty shit. I was ribbing him. So I was like, hey, we made a video. Hey, Marty, look at his steak. It's really good. And Marty was like, thanks a lot. And with friends like you.
And you know what? Like, he actually meant that. I thought he was joking. There was no smiley face, no nothing. I didn't. Honestly, I was like, Erwin, you got him pissed. He's angry. He's not happy.
But you know what, Marty? It wasn't my fault though, because you were with Kobe, and you were eating somewhere else, right?
Yeah, my favorite food. Yeah.
So special. You were getting special treatment. So Mr. Marty. Look, Marty was getting Marty. People, in case y'all don't know, Marty was the celebrity over there. The celebrity.
Yeah. He was.
They had Marty doing everything, giving out the prizes.
Yeah, it felt weird. It felt weird, but I don't know.
They like that. They like that blonde haired Californian. They really like Marty.
Yeah. I enjoyed the trip though. Hey, Afeez, I was curious. Do you get along with authentic Chinese food?
I've been here several times, and I know what I like and what I don't like. So I just, there's so many, different kind of food here, right? And different kind of regions. And, so depending on where you go, you have different kind of palate, right? So where you were is more like that industrial kind of, southern part. And, so I do understand definitely, where you're coming from, and because I've been there quite a few times, so I know what I like, and I just go straight to it. So I do enjoy some of the Chinese food, and some of them I don't so much. So I just know what I like. So next time when you come, I think maybe instead of going down south, I think you might like maybe come to Shanghai. Is one of the most modern city on earth. You
Right,
might like
right.
that style where it kind of combines the traditional Chinese with the modern West kind of food and culture and everything. You would definitely love it. So Shanghai is a great place to come to. Beijing, you might want to go more up north to Beijing as well. It's more cultural, but still very modern. Yeah, there's
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
beautiful places in.
But the thing is, if I go to China, I mean, I'm probably
Mm.
going there to visit Begode, so I'll be eating the industrial Chinese food, I guess.
Well, you know what? Make more friends in China. You might be surprised. Like,
Yeah. Thanks. Thanks.
Oh,
just make
uh,
more friends.
well, I mean, it was, it really was a hell of a
Yeah.
trip, though. You guys got to admit,
Mm.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. No, it was good.
I was blown away by the whole thing, and I think everybody enjoyed themselves, um, from the littlest. Um, you see Mama's daughter there; she had a great time. Their son had a great time. They had a great time. Um, to our elder statesman there, Marty, who even though he was sick and had trouble eating, still had a great time.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, I know a lot of good,
Yeah.
and I met so many new people.
Mm.
Just the experience of being in Asia. I mean, like you, I had never been there before, and but go, oh, the amount of money,
mm-hmm,
resources,
Yeah.
people
mm-hmm.
that they
Yeah.
put
Yeah.
into this week-long event is mind-blowing if you think about it. There's
Yeah.
so much happened behind the scenes that we really just glossed over to make this thing run
Yeah.
smoothly.
Yeah.
It
Yep.
was really,
Yeah.
really amazing, and I hope they realize how much we ultimately did appreciate everything they did for this.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think anyone that was
Absolutely. I
not
think.
on the trip would really can really
Mm,
understand just how much Begode went out of their
mm,
way. Um, it just was crazy, crazy, and I give them mad credit because they really did make us feel good, and you could tell. Remember how emotional Kobe was getting at the end? He was crying. He
Yeah,
was, you know,
yeah.
okay, he may
Yeah.
have been drinking at the time, but
yeah.
He was
Did
wasted.
did he did he tell you that he loved you?
yes.
Yeah,
but you know what else he
yeah.
told me, that he loved Marty.
I know.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think
It
I
was
think
like.
we need to. Someone needs to tell him what love, how to better use the words. But
I think it was
he's
just.
a
I think you can tell that they've been planning this for so much, like for so many months, right? And I
yeah,
think it
yeah.
was just that outpour of emotion that
Yeah.
just came out.
Well, imagine your.
Especially when. Yeah. Go on.
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Yeah. So and out of that emotion, you can tell that they've went through a lot. Not just with the ceremonies and everything, but as a company as well. You can tell they've had to transform themselves with the influx of competition that is at their doorstep as well.
Mm-hmm.
And for them to see all of the community, not all of the community, but in terms regions of the community from US to UK to Canada come to their event. They felt like they still had a community with them. And that emotion probably just tipped over a little bit sometimes
Yeah.
with Kobe. you
I
know
mean, you know,
yeah.
this was the first time I think they really also got to experience how these wheels are used by the top performers in the world.
Yeah.
Because you can just tell there were some local riders and they were like, they
Timid,
just were like nothing.
quite timid.
Yeah. and they weren't performing anywhere near our level. So
Mm-mm.
this is probably the first time they actually saw their wheels being used at that level.
And that's the key, and it's one of the things that I think about a lot in when I flash back to what we just experienced, is that they make all these wheels, and we are their primary customers. You know what I mean? Like, they don't make them for everybody there. They make them for all of us in the US and those in the UK. And to see us, like you said, how we really push them. And I think it was a lot for them, because they're like, okay, this is what we do. And what I liked is how they made those quick adjustments when they were having issues with the firmware. They, okay, let's make another firmware. Okay, all right, okay, we need another one. Okay, and they were doing it like
Right.
on the fly right there. That to them had
Yeah.
to be exciting. You know what I mean? And like thrilling to see their work, and to be able to do it so quickly, so fast, and then see it put into use immediately. You know, I if
Right.
I were creating stuff, I'd be happy to see my products used like that. So it's got to be emotional. It's got to
Oh
be
yeah.
emotional. You know, and we could tell
Yeah,
because there was a
I
whole
think
lot of emotion.
if yeah, I mean, if we can talk about in terms of value added, yes, obviously Begode give us a good time. They really accommodate us and everything. But I think from their side, if I can guesstimate in terms of the value added, is definitely what you said, Black Cobra, in terms of the value added of getting that feedback loop shortened, getting
Mm-hmm.
that even in some case, I'll say marketing as well, because the amount of videos and things that are just pushing out on social media from Begode during this tour, I'm sure they got a lot of value from that. I'm not sure how you can quantify that, but I think
You can't.
for them, they're probably you can't exactly right. So in terms of
Right.
the feedback to help them improve their product, you have some of the fastest, best riders on earth in one place, and again
Yeah.
that feedback of how to improve the wheel, but also how to market themselves as well. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean. So yeah, I think they also got value from us. I think it's a win-win for everybody.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I agree. I think that that's why they did it, and that's why they're looking at what's next.
Oh yeah,
Because I think there was a lot of value
2025.
added. A lot of value added.
I think the tide is turning with regards to the gold and quality and the perception because,
Mm-hmm.
it's like a big tanker ship. Takes a long
Mm,
time to turn, but they've been at the, I'm going to say it started with the master when they went to this new framework, and it's been getting better and better and better in terms of the quality, the quality, the Blitz, the XWay,
mm,
the ET Max and the construction. And now, and
Mm-hmm.
they've been really, there's been a big outreach to the community for going on for the last couple of
yeah.
years also, where you're seeing direct communication with users. They've got active people on Facebook. They're commenting, they're liking, they're holding events, they're sponsoring awards for at least for races which are happening in the United States. We're seeing that.
Mm,
Uh, Now
mm,
they have this global race. They invite people from all over the world.
Mm-hmm.
They pay for the hotel, and it was a nice hotel.
yeah.
They they pay
Yes.
for the
Yeah.
hotel. They paid for an
Yeah.
awful lot of food for people,
They
Yeah.
and
sure did.
Yeah.
that's the word gets out, and over time, right? It's again like turning the ship,
Yeah.
and if they keep doing this, in a year or two, they're just going to be uh, unbeatable. If frankly, I don't think they're beatable now in terms of raw quantity of wheels and their performance wheels. And yeah, the quality might not be it. Let's face it, it's not at the level of Leaperkin in terms of QC and everything, but
No.
it's getting close.
It's getting close.
So
Yeah. I think is absolutely getting close. They still have some not too much way to go, but still some way to go. Um, and one thing that I know Begode has above every other manufacturer is, and I don't know why other manufacturers can't get it right, but you have to be a rider to understand what I'm saying. There is a feel that Begode wheels have that
Mm-hmm.
you ride a Begode wheel, it's hard to replicate. And I think they have that secret sauce. It's almost like, Coca-Cola, right? They have that secret sauce that all the other drink manufacturers just can't, manufacture it just yet. And I think I think they still have a window of opportunity to capitalize on it. And I think they're already doing that. So all they need to do now, I say all they need to do, which is quite a lot, is to just make sure that is to make sure that their QC is on point.
Yes.
The QC has to be on point. The build quality has to be on point. The rationale in terms of how they build the wheels, where the screws goes, all those things are the reason why companies like Leverkim don't do as much, marketing as Begode, and they're probably sending a lot of links. So you need to understand why is Leverkim doing well. Is because they concentrate on the other part that is not the flashy Facebook part. Now, Begode have got that marketing part down to a T right now. And I know they're also improving the quality. Give it a year or so, even maybe less than a year, they will step up. And I think that's where I believe 2025 is going to be a very exciting year for the EUC community.
Yeah.
Because, yeah.
Oh, yeah. It never ends. I I know some secret stuff coming out, and I'm sure you guys, at least the fees, I know you do.
I
And
know it.
from all the different companies, and it's pretty exciting. And it's no secret that Emotion is preparing to challenge the gold in terms of performance.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, you said it.
and Begode is coming out with, I'm like, as you know, I'm super excited for the
I know.
Panther since I
Yeah,
can't
I
wait.
know you are.
I'm definitely going to own one of those. It's such a beautiful wheel.
Yeah. Yeah, the Panthers, I mean, you could see both Marty and I's videos that we put out, and Fees too, as a matter of fact. We all put out something on the Panther already, and we did it quickly because we were like, whoa. We were all like, oh,
that's suspension.
This feels good. And it was a prototype.
Yeah, and it was a prototype.
Yep. So I'm definitely looking forward to it. I mean, I wish that we could say more about some of the things that are coming out, but I can tell everybody that, stay tuned. Just keep looking.
Stay tuned.
There are some things on the horizon. I mean, you already knew that Begode was gonna come out with some things. You know that's but the other manufacturers are throwing their hats back in that ring, especially in Motion, like we said, because we know they've been missing for a hot second, and they have some stuff going on. They got new investors, a new factory, all kinds of stuff going on, but they're planning to bring out some stuff. So stay tuned for that. But I mean, when it comes to Librachem, you said something about Librachem selling. And in the comments they said Librachem. Those Dale was saying they sell themselves, and you're right. It's the quality. But I'm gonna go back to what Marty said a few minutes ago. I think that Begode is not there yet, but they have certainly made some huge strides in that direction. If you take apart the ET Max, the XWay, the Blitz, you see some serious quality in all three of those wheels. And I think that I was specifically blown away on this trip by the XWay itself, because I have never been able to do to a wheel what I did to that XWay and have it still running perfectly. And I know you guys are still on WeChat, so I know you saw that video that they posted, earlier about the guy. He went all the way up as a matter of fact, they posted it on your Electric Unicycles channel there, Marty, because somebody brought the video over. He rode up the wheel on the up the hill on the XWay, and it fell and kept tumbling and tumbling and tumbling. Then it went off the cliff. Then kept tumbling. You could see it in the distance. It kept tumbling, and I was like, "Wow!" And then he went down and got the wheel. It was still on and still running. He rode it back up the hill, and I said, "Wow! I have never seen anything like that." That was amazing, and that goes to show how Begode's quality has come a long way. And several people have said to me, yeah, and in the comments they're like, yeah, all the bribes, whatever. And I'm telling you, people, Begode didn't do anything but show us their bare self. They didn't pay any of us to say any of this. They did pay for our hotel while we were over there and take care of us as far as food and stuff, but it's what we saw. The quality has gotten so much better, and I'm impressed. So don't sleep on Begode when it comes to their QC now. They're not quite where Leaperkim is, but they're getting there, and they're damn close. I'm impressed. So, and they still have the best performance.
I think yes, they still have that secret sauce. They've got that secret sauce, right? It's hard to manufacture that, and I think that is what I believe is kept them afloat. Right now, they add a QC, they're adding a little bit of that, razzmatazz, marketing into it and everything. But Martin mentioned something. You also mentioned something as well about InMotion. So I think in 2025, or maybe even early 2026, I know InMotion are pretty slow at releasing stuff, right? But that performance wheel that we mentioned that they're working on, I'm actually looking forward to that. I want to see what InMotion's interpretation of a performance wheel is going to be.
And I do too.
Yeah.
Well, okay. So I had a talk at the racetrack with I think he's a lead product designer for them, and he was coy, but he was definitely implying that these next couple wheels are going to be out this year for sure, like mid-year. And you guys know about the sponsorship of some of the local riders specifically Brian Dillard and Aaron, right? And so like Aaron, right? He won the global race, right? Amazing race. He dominated it, and him and Brian was third on that particular day. They're on board with InMotion, and they're basically InMotion is sponsoring them. And I've talked with these guys, and the bottom line is they're not going to set their standards. They're not going to give up their standards just to collect some money from InMotion. So InMotion has to deliver a race wheel that they can actually perform and win races with. And if they can't deliver that, then these guys will probably drop out of their standing with InMotion right now. So all this is just to say that InMotion knows what they need to do, and let's see if they can do it.
Yeah. Well, we shall see. I definitely feel like their history of limiting their wheels is what I want to see if they can get over. I don't think that InMotion has a problem building a race wheel. I think InMotion has a problem unlocking a race wheel, because the V13 had a lot of power. I just don't feel like it ever lived up to its potential. So we shall see what happens with the next.
Well, a team of them were at the races, because some people don't realize, like I didn't realize, that there's such a good relationship between Kobe, the owner of Begode, and InMotion, primarily because from Begode's perspective, InMotion doesn't steal their technology. So So they had no problem with having In Motion at the races. And when we went to visit In Motion, Begode actually paid to bring us there and to ship to ship to send all
The
the
wheels.
wheels on another truck so that
Yep.
we could go on
Yeah.
rides. So there's a good relationship there. And see, where was I going with that?
That they were at
In
the race
Motion.
doing
Oh
stats
yeah,
and stuff.
they were at the races to witness this high performance riding. And I think from what I heard later is that it was an eye opener for them. And,
Yeah.
they saw the video that, that Afeez made. Yeah. That was an amazing video, Afeez, where the slow motion at the beginning of that race,
Yeah.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
That was you,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
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 Yeah. And
Yeah. That was me.
that's an incredible video. And they saw that. And apparently that was like, that's all they could talk internally. That's all they could talk about for half a day was seeing
Yeah.
that lean and seeing how they were pushing the
lean,
wheels.
yeah.
It's like, wow,
Yeah.
these guys actually do this with wheels.
Yeah.
And we're all thinking, yeah, we told you that. Like,
Yeah.
I know we're thinking, have you not been watching any of the videos? Like,
Yeah.
like this is a known thing. Like I don't know,
Yeah.
but it is very clear to me. And I know Dale, you're in there in the comments saying stuff, but you got to realize we're telling you people they had a better relationship over there than we really knew. I mean, we all know that Begode and Extreme Bull owners are brothers, and we know that Leaperchem, their technicians came from Begode, and we know that In Motion is a little further away, but what you don't really realize is like we said, they all talk, and they're all at different things together, like seeing each other's things and stuff. But Marty, that's you make a really good point. In Motion doesn't steal their technology, so they're all good with them. Extreme Bull is his brother, so he's okay with him. I think Leaperchem is the only real issue because they broke off from them. So they're trying to
and King Song, by the way. And I
Oh,
got
yes,
clarification. I was always curious about the history. So when I was actually there and I could talk to Kobe one on one,
Mhm.
what's the real history between, the history of Begode, XWay back in the day, and King Song. And it's as I kind of heard rumors of in the past, but never quite sure. King Song came from Begode just like Lieberkin did. Some people left XWay at the time and they stole their firmware. If this, now this I think this is before your time. You got your guys' time with wheels, but back in the day, way back the early wheels, like when I started, 2016 timeframe, and I had a King Song wheel at the time, and I had a Begode wheel. There was a real similarity between how the firmware acted, how the firmware modes were, and you couldn't help but think there's some common ancestry between these wheels.
You weren't
And yeah,
wrong.
it was King Song. Some people left the XWay and they started King Song and they stole the firmware. And so that's why there's no love lost between King Song and Begode and Leaperkin and Begode. And Leaperkin, it's even worse because the founder is actually related to
Yeah, it's his cousin.
Kobe. Yeah. So there's a family relationship. Like
Yeah.
talk about like a traitor. Yeah, it's bad. So there's really bad blood there.
Yeah. Oh, Sensei Vegan's in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you, man. Nice to see you. everybody tuning into this stream probably rides a Begode, Leaperchem, or Extreme Bull. Well, of course. I mean, if you're a real rider, you gotta ride though. I mean, you may not have them all, but you gotta have some. Those are
I
you
have them all.
mentioned. Yeah, Marty. Yeah,
Yeah.
whatever.
Sure.
What? Hold on, Marty. We'll give you your applause. There you go. Okay. Yeah. Not everybody's spoiled like Marty.
But one thing though, if I may just interject in terms of performance wheels, right? What do you guys think about extreme bull wheels? Maybe I was late to the party. Maybe you guys already spoken about the rocket.
No, we
But
didn't. We didn't
extreme
really
bulls,
talk about it.
wow. I mean, uh, they seem to be pretty on top of the game when it comes to like just performance. You got that GT Pro Plus, whatever it's called, 168 volt, 404. That thing is a beast on a straight line. It seems no
Oh,
one's talking about Extreme Bull
the only problem
as
I
much.
have with Extreme Bull, I think, is
Mm,
design. They they have
mm,
gone a different route. Um, the GT Pro Plus, and I think their naming is bothering me. Extreme GT Pro Plus, Commander GT. I'm like whatever, but
Mac.
I started liking the look that they were having, but the feel to me, for me,
Mm,
their wheels are
mm,
short and long, um, whereas Begode wheels are tall. And for
mm,
me, the shape of the Begode wheels, like the ET Max and the XWay, are perfect for me. But the shape of the Commander Pro and the Commander Pro Plus or the GT, whatever, I rode that in China, and I liked the power, but it felt heavy and it felt short. So I maybe I know I would get used to it once I was riding it, but I and even before I went, I guess I felt the difference because I was riding the ET Max, and then I would go back to
mm,
my Commander Pro, and I was like,
mm,
I didn't like the feel when I went back to it. I felt it was too short. I didn't like the height difference. I like the way the
mm,
Begode wheel feels when I ride it for my long legs. I have longer legs and
mm,
it just fits right. And I'm like, yeah, this is it. And when I get back on those Extreme Bull wheels, I'm like, I don't know. The new one, the Max, I want to check that out and see. Maybe it's a little taller. It looks like it is. But that's just
mm,
my
mm.
thought. What do you think, Marty?
Well, I'll I guess I'll defend them more than you. I, oh, so yeah, the Commander Pros, I think it's a phenomenal wheel. Every time I have a Commander Pro and I have a Commander Mini, and every time I get on the Commander Pro, I think this is a nice wheel. It
Mm-hmm.
rides so nice, and one of the faster riders here also is racing on it's a modified version of a Commander Pro, but it's a Commander Pro. The Commander Mini, I thought that was the first example where they upped their game in terms of quality. Because the Commander Pro, but the Commander Mini was the first, I think, higher quality wheel. But so, and their suspensions are different, so they're definitely unique from the
Mhm,
Go. Even though internally they use, I think the control boards and stuff are from Begode. Um, so I think where Extreme Bow is still lacking is just kind of like design aesthetics. I
Mm-hmm.
think
yeah.
the Commander GT Pro Plus blah 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 blah. That, that I mean that thing is pretty blocky, and I agree
Yep.
that I didn't like that. Just felt
Yeah.
like in a way that kind of reminded me of the V13 in a way, kind of a
Yeah.
heavy,
Yeah.
big wheel
Block.
versus the Panther, which is a big wheel,
Oh,
yet it feels light, handles light.
yeah, yeah.
So I think Extreme Bow is lacking in design aesthetics.
Yeah.
They're lacking in quality. Their build quality is behind Begode. Um,
Hmm.
but they're clearly they're getting better too. But I think that's their struggle. I like Samuel, he's
Yeah.
the owner, right? He was a
Great
nice guy,
guy.
right?
I really liked him a
Yeah,
lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Marty, you lied. You said you were going to defend him
what
more. You said you were going to defend him more. You didn't. You.
I did? I didn't. Wait, you said you
You
said you
st-
didn't like the wheels.
no.
I love
Wait.
riding. I love
Okay.
riding the Commander Pro, and I love riding the Commander Mini.
No, I'm saying at the
Those two
end.
wheels, I love.
At the end, you just punched him. Uh,
I'm sorry.
but no, listen.
Well, yeah.
No, I agree, and I think maybe the way you started out, you're gonna defend them more than me. Maybe I didn't come across right. No, because
Okay.
I like their wheels. I'm not saying I don't like their wheels. I'm just saying that I like the Begode style lately
Sure.
better. I just think that
Right.
the feel and design of the wheel, the shape of the wheel is better. I think that the XWay is like the best shape I've seen so far. As far as like that and the ET Max. ET Max I think is better for somebody who's taller or heavier. We know that you need some weight behind you or some height to leverage it, get that fulcrum effect out of that wheel. But the X-Way, it has that same kind of feel and design, but it's lighter and easier to push. It just goes. It has great
And
torque.
the,
Right.
and the torque is amazing.
Yeah, it pulled me up the hill like I don't know. I felt like a goat on crack. Like I could just keep climbing any hill like without a problem.
Yeah. Yeah. I agree.
So that's all I'm saying is like I love the Commander Pro. The Commander Pro I was riding and I've had no issues with it. But I'm selling mine, by the way, if anybody needs a Commander Pro, only because I've gotten too many wheels again. And I'm not trying to be Marty. Yeah. So I'm at a point.
So what do you guys think about the rocket then? Because one of the improvements. So I mean, I think the Commander Pro line, they give you the best bang for your bucks when it comes to just pure raw performance numbers, right? They just give you everything that they have, and I think with the rocket, 168 volt on a 14-15 inch wheel. You guys like performance, but is this too much? Do you think it's needed? Do you think it's a bit of an overkill?
So have we seen this wheel yet? I haven't seen it. Have you?
I have to be honest. I'm not up to speed on it. Yeah.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna pull it up real quick because I haven't seen it. So I wanna look at it. Yeah, I got it right here.
Yeah, this is.
So I'm gonna pull it up real quick. Let me turn off the sound because I don't know what kind of music they got going.
Someone needs to send one over.
Yeah, they do. If they want it really tested, we got you. 168 volt, 14
C40
inch
motor.
Wow, 14 inches, a little small.
See, that's the thing. These small wheels, they're kind of fun, but at least for my riding, I'm just not going to be able to ride them much because the smaller batteries and
well, because it doesn't mention the battery. It just mentions that it's fast. It's okay. So wait, is that Levy? It said Levy on top of the video.
Yeah, it's 1,500 watt hour battery, 50S, 168 volt, blah 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 blah. Yeah.
So is that was that uh speed. It said 70. Was that right? That can't be. It must be kilometers. I must have been looking at
Yeah,
it
yeah.
because there's no way.
I think it's kilometers.
Not on that
It's
little
Now,
wheel.
kilometers.
There's no way.
168 volts on a small wheel like that, it must be it must be
Yeah, it's
super
kilometers.
aggressive.
Yeah, I can see it. It's kilometers. 72, 73. So
It's
73
kilometers.
kilometers, and then on the
What it sounds like
124 kilometers on the lift test.
Yeah.
it
126.
sounds like a fees you wrote it, sounds like. Is that true?
Oh no. I've not
Oh,
written it yet.
okay.
I mean, I'm still here. So when I come back from Chinese holiday, I will try. I can't guarantee I'll be able to go down there, but if I've got some time, I might go down there if they've got time to accommodate me and just check it out. And then maybe give you guys a feedback. But
Okay. Did you move to China, by the way?
no, I'm still gonna go back home.
I mean, what?
Marty, you know,
Well, this is like, are you there for 2 or 3 months or what? Yeah, wow.
Well,
I mean, normally I do. Whenever I go there, I always stay there for more than a week or two. I always extend my stay a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
so
Marty is like, what? How are you gonna survive and eat?
I know. I would be dead now if I was still there.
emaciated.
You, Marty,
Yeah.
you went to the wrong place. It's not, that's the
So
Hey, Afeez, were you there?
yeah.
Remember the race day, right? After the races, we came back and we went to that buffet, the Chinese restaurant.
Yes. I was sitting
So you
behind
were
you,
there?
wasn't I?
Yeah, right. Well, was that? Did you now? Cobra, you weren't there, but you would have loved all the bones and all the meats and all the
no,
food.
I think I was there for
It
that
was-
one. You
He
talking
was
about?
there. He was
Oh,
there.
wait. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. You were there.
Yeah.
So,
Because that
I
was
mean,
when.
wasn't that food was, come on. I mean, that was just like, there was more bone than meat. Everything
Okay.
you ate.
So Marty, what you're not understanding is
Uh,
what my understanding is, they don't mind working for their meat, for their food.
I
They
know.
don't
I heard
mind.
that.
So for them, it's okay to have those kind of bones, and
Yeah.
it's a good thing. They enjoy taking the time to get to the food, whereas
I know.
we just want boneless. We want everything cut up. We want everything. We want it easy and easily accessible.
Yeah.
They're not like that.
And then
They're
it-
okay with
And then
doing the work.
it seems rude to be pulling chunks of bone out of your mouth and where do you put them? You put them on a plate and I don't know.
Yeah. I know. I agree. It was different.
Yeah.
Shouts out to Willie Brady. We dared him, and he took the chicken head and was eating
Oh,
and
God.
sucking on the chicken head.
He did.
Shouts out to
Uh,
Willie
I
Brady.
didn't see that.
Yo. I was like, you're not gonna do that. I was like, yo,
Let's go.
he did it. I was like, he was sitting next to me. He took the chicken head and was like, I was like, oh.
uh,
But we had I can tell you I've never experienced anything like that. Marty, did you happen to look in those tanks outside the restaurant?
I don't think I did, but I can imagine.
If you had looked, you would not have eaten because there was some like weird eel-ish kind of weird. I don't even know what they were. These creatures in those tanks. I was like, what is that?
And we were eating fresh. That was probably picked
Yep.
from those tanks, right?
Yeah. But anyway, I was there for that. That was when
Okay, yeah.
we got serenaded with opera from Ilya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
Which
right.
was really cool. Russian opera.
Yeah.
from one of the
Yeah.
riders. That was really, really cool. I honestly, where else can you get serenaded by a Russian opera singer? Come on,
I know.
who happens to be an
Uh,
incredible racer as well. He did a
Yeah.
great job. So I really had fun and I enjoyed that. But Marty, I know the food bothered you. I guess I just took it as I'm here. I'm gonna take a risk, and so I ate a bunch of things that I wouldn't normally eat. Um, but I survived. I,
how'd you like the bathrooms?
I love the bathroom.
Oh
You can sing, and
no,
I
no,
just. Oh, I'm talking about the shower. You're talking about the squatty
no, no.
potty.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
No, he's
no, I'm
talking
not.
about the one that not in
I'm
our
not talking
hotel.
about the hotel bathrooms. I'm talking about the
Yeah.
bathrooms like the racetrack and
No,
Oh.
no, no. Yo, those were terrible. Having to squat to poop, having
and
to you pee
having
in
to
the hole,
walk through puddles of piss to get to the toilets. I mean,
and then you take a bucket of water and swish it all down.
that was at
Hey,
the
let me just
that was
let me just make
at the
myself
off
clear.
road
Like,
test racetrack, right? You had to take
Yes,
a bucket of water and
yeah,
yes. That
oh
that
god,
yeah,
that
that's a
left
rural.
something to be desired.
Yeah, that was the rural areas though.
um. So, James Darnell says we were talking about the names of the wheels. I still have it up on the screen. He said the Super Commander GT Pro Plus Plus Plus.
yeah. I think they need to finally just drop the commander from it
They
eventually.
do. They need to come up with better names. Whoever's doing their naming is failing. that
Yeah,
that part I could
Yeah.
tell you. So, and he also said the XWay seat is great, but for off road and jumping must go. So I think you're saying that because it was popping up and hitting you probably, but now they put Velcro all around the seat, so it sticks down flat. My only issue is that the Velcro, I mean, that the seat itself is not long enough. I got a northern behind or eastern behind, whatever, however you want to put it. I need some real. I got some real estate down there. So I think I need to do Marty. We got to do some adjustments
yeah.
like we do. We got to figure out a way to come up with a seat solution to add to that. That's the only thing. But
I mean, I have to say, Marty's seat on the what's that one again? On the Panther was really cushy. That was nice. Was
that was
your?
crazy.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
little
What
seat,
was
you
that?
put that together quick. I was like, look at
Oh, that
Marty.
was really nice.
I brought that with me from
I
California.
know.
Yeah, because I
I
knew,
was like,
That looks
and
nice.
I forgot to pick it up, so I left it on the Panther. So who knows what happened to
no. When I
No.
saw it there and I was like, did Marty leave his seat? I was like, nah, he didn't leave his seat.
it.
But they'll
It's
ship it
not.
to you.
It's not that critical. It's just it was very, it's,
Yeah.
yeah. I could make millions of those.
Yeah, but you could
But yeah,
also they could ship it to you with their next wheel because it's not like you're not gonna get another wheel.
yeah. I'm not worried about
I know you're not. And what was that? What exactly did you use to make that? Because it was pretty small and concise, but it was comfy.
Well, that actually was given to me by Ron Lyon, who is a local Southern California rider.
Oh,
And,
Ah,
it's made from, 2-inch thick foam kneeling pad,
uh-huh,
as a base. And then you can get these foam knee pads on Amazon,
uh-huh.
and it's two of those glued on the top of it. And so it's $10 worth of materials, but
Yeah.
it's just kind of a quick and dirty seat that I've
Mm-hmm.
been using for mounting on different test wheels that I get,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
And
it works.
I like it. I like the way it's set up. Oh, we got some more jumping in. Vibes, what's up? Yo, and Roger. We got the one and only Roger EUC. Good to see you guys. So Vibes said I saw a video where Afeez was checking out these EUC skates. I was thinking if the inventor knew he was Afeez from from E Rides, he would have really tried to sell him on them. Yeah, you didn't get those, did you? Are you distributing those now?
No, actually, I did think about it for a minute, and then I mean, there was a great reception of it. I think I had about 17,000 views of it right now. I didn't think it was anything special, but people seem to like it. So
Yeah.
I might speak to Begode and say, hey, you know, can we distribute this?
Yeah, I was thinking of those skates because there's a couple of times I was like, I could use something small and tiny. Where's those skates? I could use those right now. I was in a building somewhere at some event. I was like, I could use those right now. My wife was like, stop it.
Yeah.
She's like, you always trying
need
to
to be
use
careful,
something
too.
else. I said, yep.
Yeah.
Oh yes, Albert. Yeah, I forgot to say thanks to Albert for all he did over there.
Oh, yes.
I know a lot of people have been giving Albert shouts, and he's getting married in a month. Happy for him. Very happy for him.
Big, massive shout out to Albert. He was such a gentleman. He just organized everything. Communication was on point as well. Yeah, he's tremendous work from Albert as well. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to want to do that again, though. I think he got totally stressed out.
Yeah, he's not. He said he's not. He told me, I'm not doing the next one.
But that's a testament to how successful he was, because from outwardly, you would not know that he even did much in a way if you weren't tuned into what was going on, right? So,
Oh yeah, there was so much going on and so much that he put together, and I mean, I know you guys have heard it already in several of Marty's videos, and I think you might have said it too, Afeez, but Albert did a lot for us, and he works for InMotion. He does not work for Begode, but he did this as a favor and was helping out. And he basically helped out both, because he did most of the work for Begode as far as liaison work between all of us. He helped me to get there because I had issues getting there, and he helped me out. And I didn't realize that he was paying with his own money for some of the things that he was doing. And I'm sure that he could get reimbursed for the money, but I don't think that he wants to. Like, he was happy to help, and I really appreciate him. So if there's anything that I could do for Albert, I definitely would, because he was a great guy. He did a lot of work for us, and he wasn't like he was stressed, like you said. You could tell he was getting stressed, but he was always polite. He was always nice. Even when I said, fuck you, Albert. I came out the woods heated, pissed at Albert.
on that emotion, that off-road. Yeah.
I started biting his head off, and then I quickly reverted. I was like, oh, okay, never mind. He has done a lot, and I can't really be mad at him. I was stressed and whatever, but I quickly rolled that back, and I was like, I still love you, Albert. Because it wasn't his fault. He said something. He told me he wanted me to wear the InMotion jacket, and I get it. They wanted to advertise, and I felt like, it was more important that I have my safety jacket on, and I should have just wore that. But I didn't. And then I fell 5 times in the woods. It was not fun. So when I came out the woods, I was like, Albert!
He's going to be a local Southern California rider this year. He's moving out here.
Oh,
because,
nice.
InMotion is creating a office in Southern California for the United States, sales and everything.
Yeah, and he's going to run the whole thing.
We we have the advantage of being in the United States. Sorry, Afeez, that,
Oh.
you know, we're, we're the primary market for wheels.
Yeah.
Cause when I was talking
Yeah.
to Begode on another situation time and, you know, the United States represents over 60% of sales and the rest is split among the rest of the world. So, you know, we are the primary market for the wheels.
Yep.
So we have some pull, in other words.
Yeah. I mean,
Absolutely.
we could tell that
No, no,
when you
no.
see what they did for everybody. You know,
Yeah.
not just here. They invited
Yeah.
everybody from around the world, but you could see that they, you know, they're not dumb. They know, hey, these guys are selling our wheels. These guys are
Yeah.
riding and pushing our wheels. We gotta, you know, we need to focus on them. So I appreciate it.
Yeah.
I definitely do. Um, I hope, you know. And oh, somebody said here we need regular events like the Begode event in the USA. And you know there are several events here, but not like that because we didn't. I mean, there hasn't been an event here that has had that many different countries support it yet. Um,
And,
Mm.
and it's very difficult, guys, because, I mean, you know this, Cobra and,
mhm.
Fees, but in the
Mm.
United States, we have to worry about litigation and
Yep.
like the TEF1 races, for instance, I heard that was like tens of thousands of dollars for insurance
Yep.
to make that happen.
Yep.
That had to be
Yeah.
subsidized, obviously, because that was
Mhm.
really not a money making event.
Nope.
And
Mm.
I think that's unfortunately going to always be a challenge for having big races here because we're such a niche community
Mm.
that unfortunately we don't have the market size to that
Mhm.
can support money making endeavors like Red Bull and stuff like that
Yeah.
Mm.
to
Yeah.
make to create these venues. Whereas China, you know, try and sue someone in China, you know, good luck with that, right? So,
Good luck.
you know,
Yeah. The thing is, and um, I, okay, so my event is Wheel Life Rally, and this year it's August 15th and 16th, by the way, here in Massachusetts, Southwick, Mass. So my event is a tiny event, especially compared to these others. But I look at it, and there's so much that goes into it. I've never made a dime. I'm always paying out. It's always cost me to do the event every year because it's hard to bring enough people in and get enough things going to make it profitable after you have to pay for all that you have to pay for. It's just the way it is, you know, and
Mm.
in order to make it profitable, you'd have to charge more, and the more you charge, the more people are like, "Oh, I don't know, that's a lot," you know, and so
yeah,
it's
they
like,
expect if you're going to charge a lot, they're going to expect a lot, right?
right, and I'm like, well, we give you. I mean, at my event, there's several different races, several different tracks. There's a lot going on, and I'm like, hey, this is a lot for what you're paying. So, I'm hoping this year we have even more. We have, you know, people from Canada, New York, Jersey. I mean, we have a you know decent number of people, but I need a lot more in order for it to be profitable. And really, what we need is fans. That is
Hmm.
when things will change for us because these events that we're all going to, 98% of the people there are riders, you know, and their families.
Yeah,
You
right.
know, so
Mm.
when we get the fan
Yeah.
base to get involved, to jump in, to come watch and cheer, that's when we're really, I think, we'll
Mm.
start seeing more events here in the US take off because that's the part that we
Mm.
haven't tapped into yet, you know. So
Mm.
hopefully we'll be able to do that. This year, you're going to see a lot more from Amped Electric Games as far as bigger events. There's a few events that the Amp team is going to be a part of starting next week at the King of the Hammers, which is, you know, usually cars and bikes and stuff, but this year they're including electric unicycles. So the AMP team will be there, and there'll be a booth. They'll be selling wheels and showing people and getting new riders, trying to focus on, and that's what the goal for this year is going to be, is focus on new riders, trying to get people exposed to these wheels that never have been before and getting them in, because the more we get in, the more, you know, there's a chance we can get some of these fans we're talking about. So I look forward to it. This year is going to be some of those type of things. Unfortunately, I can't make it to the King of the Hammers because I'm getting my hip done. I feel like I'm 90, but you know, damage is damage. You got to do what you got to do.
Yeah.
So, but yeah,
When,
we'll get there.
When's that happening, by the way?
That is next weekend. The 20. My surgery is the 29th. So
your surgery.
Oh yeah, my surgery is the 29th. So yeah, you guys do me a favor. Positive thoughts and prayers, everybody out there, for a very, very good outcome. Easy operation, and recovery.
Well, this is the time to do it, not because your weather is like really good riding weather right now, right?
It's crappy.
Yeah.
It was -2 degrees this morning.
Really? Wow.
-2 degrees.
There's about 80 here, by the way.
Oh, you suck. You suck, Marty. Wow.
Yeah, just casually drop that in.
Oh, listen, Marty, look, you know what I'm thinking right now, right? Steak.
Yeah.
Ha. See, that's why I got you.
Yeah.
Because I knew eventually you were gonna come around and kick me in the teeth about something. So ha. 80 degrees, man. Anyway, Marty, I plan on coming out that way and staying for a little bit. I'm probably going to, because the other thing is, like I said several times, I'm retiring, and I have 3 more days to work. Then I go to get my operation, and then I'm retiring once I recover, so I'm not working anymore. So
wow,
March 1st. Yeah, March 1st is my actual retirement date, and then I plan on taking some trips. So I will be coming out there to soak up some of your sun at some point, Marty.
All right.
I'll probably grab a nice Airbnb somewhere and just jump on. I mean, all I got to do is be out there, because you guys ride every goddamn day. So I'll get some riding in. That's the plan. You know anybody who's got a wheel I could borrow, Marty?
Yeah, well, I see what you do to wheels, so I'm not big on rolling out my wheels. Have you mentioned how many wheels you destroyed while you were out there?
None. I didn't destroy any. Only thing I did was broke a headlight.
You broke pieces.
I broke one headlight. That's it. One headlight.
Yeah. No wheel for you.
Oh, that's fucked up, Marty.
Well, I'll loan you my Falcon. How's that?
Oh, wow.
Oh, wow.
Oh, my God. Listen, super chat from Vibes. Appreciate you, brother. Appreciate you. Ruben White in the house. Yo.
Hey, Ruben, you got to come out to Southern California again. He came out I think maybe a couple of years ago now. We had a good ride up here. Yeah.
And he was making me jealous back then too. I remember I was like, damn, he made it out there. Oh my God. That's crazy. Would pay twice. Ruben said, we appreciate you, Cobra. We'll be there. Would pay twice. Wheel Life Rally is the closest off-road race to New York City. That's right. Appreciate you. Ruben's always there. He always supports. Great guy. Roger says, I have wheels for Cobra. Yo, my man, Roger. Love you, Roger. Forget Marty. No, going back to that though, I do want to show how Afeez tried to kill me. Because you say I broke that wheel, but it was Afeez.
Is that going down the stairs?
Yes.
Yeah.
I got it right here. Hold on. We about to watch this. Cause I was
What was
like,
what was the fees? What did he have to do with it?
okay, so we were riding down the hill, right? And Afeez was going slow as molasses in front of me, and I couldn't go. I couldn't go around him, and I'm like Afeez, I didn't want to push him, but he's in front of me. I'm like Afeez, like I'm like move, like yo. He was like literally right in front of me, and I couldn't do anything. Do I not have the video? I thought I just downloaded it. Hold on, downloads.
Yeah, you do have the video.
I know I have it, but I could have swore I just. Here it is. Here's the first part of it. So, there are two parts to this video, right? So this is the part where now you Marty, you know, we were on this ride for you guys who weren't in China. We were on this ride, right? And then we turn a corner. We're following Kobe, the owner of Begode. He's on a video call with one of his employees the whole time, taking wrong turns and shit. He's like, okay, oh, never mind, wrong way, this way. So he takes a turn, and we're on these stairs, and like, there's no way to go around them. Like, the stairs go down and they curve, and I'm like, what the hell? So I'm behind Afeez, as you'll see in this video here. And I'm so close to, I'm like, my pads were not tight on my feet. So I couldn't slow down. I was trying hard to slow down, but I couldn't slow down.
Awful.
And I'm like, damn it, I can't slow down. And I'm like, I'm going to run into him. And I'm like, come on, man. And I was going to actually push his backpack in front of me. But then watch what he does. Watch the stairs, people. In case you guys didn't see this. See that stair? He flipped over the stair trying to kill me. And then I couldn't slow down anymore. I couldn't hold it. And I went flying forward. And I fell. So I was like...
Dude, I didn't... You made it look like I did it on purpose.
He did. Look it. Watch this. Right here. I was telling him, Afeez, hurry up. He got mad at me yelling at him. And then look. You see that? He flipped that shit over. He did a little bunny move and flipped that thing over trying to kill me. Look at that.
I mean, there was a trench at the end of the stairs.
Yeah. Oh, hold on. I got that here too. So this is the bottom angle, so you can see the gully at the bottom that we had to cross at the bottom. I was like, what the hell is this? And I made it, but then my foot slips off the pedal. Like the pad wasn't holding my foot. So when I hit that gully, my foot slipped forward further right off the pedal. And that's how I felt, because I had made it all the way down the damn stairs. I was like, okay, we're good. And then I'm like, whoa, nope, we're not good. You can see in slow motion.
Yeah.
Wait. There you go. You can see my foot comes right as I hit that jump, that little bang, it hits, my foot comes forward, slides, and then it just keeps going right off the pedal. You can see my foot sticking off the right of the pedal, and bang. Down goes Cobra.
I have to walk down those stairs.
Yeah. In my video, I said Marty took the elder statesman approach.
Yeah.
The sensible approach.
Yeah, and chose to walk down the stairs, which I probably should have done. Hindsight being 2020. But it was fun. No matter what, it was fun. Oh, as a matter of fact, while we are viewing videos, I want to take a look at that crazy hill climbing video I was talking about. This is why I think the XWay is such just an incredible machine. Like you can see, look how steep the hill is. He's leaning all the way over because that hill is super steep. And he's climbing, gets right there, and then the tire spins out. But watch that wheel tumble over that cliff, tumble some more over that cliff, tumble some more.
Wow.
I'm like, oh my God, I cannot believe. And then there's another video. Actually, I didn't download that one. The other video shows him go down and pick up the wheel, and it's on and absolutely working perfectly. And I said, how?
Yeah. The old wheels with the shells, they never would have survived.
They will have shattered. Batteries everywhere, and
yeah.
Imagine an MSX or RS.
yeah.
Or Monster Pro or something.
Yo, Monster Pro would have just exploded. It would have said, poof. It would have been a cloud of dust. So James Darnell said no tethers in China. That's true. I didn't see any tethers at all.
No tethers, no helmets, no. They're not big on safety.
No. Later, Dale, if you already left. Yeah, that's true. There was not a whole lot of safety. I mean, riding through the streets crazy, no gear, no helmet. I'm like, what? And that ride with Kobe through the tight traffic.
Yeah.
Where we squeezing between 18 wheelers.
Oh my God. That was dangerous. That was dangerous. I was like, what is going on here? This is not safe.
I know. But there was peer pressure. You had to keep going. So
you just gotta keep on going, right? Because you don't want to, you don't want to stop and everybody start looking at you like.
Or get lost because they would have kept. They just were going to keep going.
Ruben said you should have pushed his back Cobra. That fall looked brutal. Reminded me of Amp 1, the rail yard. Yeah, Ruben, that was. It felt like the rail yard fall because the concrete or cement there, it hurt. And I wasn't wearing my riding pants. The other jeans that I have are the armored jeans. They were being washed. So remember how slow the hotel washer and dryer was? If you washed your clothes there, it took like all day to dry them. So my jeans weren't dry. So I had regular sweatpants on when I hit that concrete. I was like, oh. So yeah, that hurt. So Bob Garland said, did the quality control improve? Or Grattan? Yes, Bob. We were talking about it earlier. The quality control for Begode has definitely gotten a lot better. They now make almost the entire wheel, and they're doing a great job of controlling what's going into the wheel. And I think the only thing is didn't they say the pads are made by somebody else?
They have to be,
Yeah, I think they said that's one of the only thing that's not made there is one of the few things is that the pads, but they really are doing a great job, especially compared to, a few years ago. It's crazy. It's like night and day. There's no way a XWay or Begode wheel could have done what you just saw on that mountain. Even I think even 2 years ago, 3 years ago, there's no way. But now, quality is so much better, so much better. So, Afeez, what was your favorite part of the China trip? If you had to pick one thing, what was your favorite part?
Pick one. Wow, that's not fair. There's so many though. You know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about.
it's,
There's
All right,
big.
I'm gonna let you stew on that. You too, Marty. Unless you already have yours on
I,
tap.
well, for me, that's really difficult, but probably the favorite part was just meeting the goat,
Mm,
going there and meeting the people.
mm.
Because let's face it, the writing wasn't anything special. The writing we did,
Says the
um,
Southern Californian.
well, come
Yeah,
on.
exactly. So
We,
let's put that
we,
into context, right?
yeah, but still, at least for me, we only had one group like ride, and that was that
Sure,
last
sure,
ride
sure.
where we dodged the trucks into the mountains, and you know that was a pretty ride. But that was like not very long, and
Mm,
all I'm saying is riding was not the high point. So
right.
ultimately, for me, it was just being there and meeting the team and all the
Yeah.
people and the experience.
For me, it
Uh,
was the camaraderie.
yeah,
like you
I guess
say, meeting
that's
the Begode team, but for me, it was meeting everyone because there was so many people from so
Mm.
many countries, and I think my favorite part was the sheer enjoyment that everybody shared. I felt
Yeah,
a group positivity. And you guys know I'm big into positivity. So I felt like the entire group had this positive wave of energy. And I
right.
enjoyed that because no matter who you, I got an interview from oh my god, I forgot his first name from Belgium. I'm gonna share that. The oldest guy
David,
that the oldest David, yes.
David,
The
David.
yeah.
oldest rider. He was my age. He was 54, but
David.
he was the oldest racer. And then we had the youngest racer who just turned 18 on the trip. But talking to him, he's so excited. He's like just thrilled, and there's so much of that kind of energy from everybody. That to me was the
Oh,
highlight because no matter where we went, we all were like, "Wow, wow, this is great! Wow, this is great!" Like we
Yeah,
just truly enjoyed it. We had, well, of course, we are the top EUC enthusiasts I think in the world. Not the only because there's many of us around the globe, but some of the top. And I say that because we're some not the top, the biggest, not the top, but the biggest enthusiasts. Like there's so much love for EUCs in this group and we all shared this moment and I thought that was really big. Like even down to eating dinner together. Um
yeah,
like the dinner you talked about, Marty, I enjoyed that we had the whole restaurant to ourselves.
yeah,
That was
no,
yeah,
crazy.
because there were what 60, 70 riders all, from
Mm-hmm.
all over the world, and let's
yeah,
face it, we all had an incredible passion to be there, and we're all
Mm-hmm.
big goat fans.
Mm-hmm.
Most of us
yeah.
spent a lot of money to get there, so it was a
Mm-hmm.
commitment. You
Mm.
you have to you have to be passionate about UCs to go to this event. It
Yeah.
was cool.
And what about
I
you,
think,
Afeez?
yeah, I think for me it's just echoing exactly what you said. For me, it was just the experience and just the atmosphere of meeting like-minded people, but not just like-minded people, but people that you know or kind of known, kind of online, offline. You can put the face to all that chat that you've had over the years. But there is one moment that did stand out for me, and is
Okay.
when me and you were
Mm-hmm.
celebrating New Year's and we're at the back of a tuk-tuk. That like that
Yes.
Marty, you know what, I think I will look for the video and I'll send it to you. That was one of those special moments when you just think this is not happening right now, but it is. We're at the
Yep.
back of a tuk-tuk, New
Yeah,
Year's Day.
I heard about that. And I saw some. I think I saw some clips from other people. Yeah,
Yeah. I'm gonna try and find it right now.
Amazing. Amazing, and I think it just kind of encapsulate what we're trying to describe to to the viewers, as in the feeling and the atmosphere and the relationship that we've built over that short
right.
trip. It was just amazing. Like, we have these people from all around the world, USA, UK, maybe somewhere in Europe, on the back of a tuk tuk, saying Happy New Year to people in China as we waited through traffic.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how many
That was
times did you look? How many times did you look at one of your fellow companions and say, "Can you believe this? We're here in China doing this."
yeah.
Honestly,
Several times.
at least it happens like several times a day, if not
Yeah,
if not several times an hour.
Yep.
Ridiculous. It was just amazing. Like you cannot manufacture that kind of connection that we built over that week and a half of being together. It was just amazing, and um, I know that I will look back at that trip, many years from now, and I just would laugh about it, and just say, remember that
yeah.
time when we did this? Remember that time when we did that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it, it's
That's why. That's
it's
why I did
definitely
it. That's why I gave up my Christmas because I figured this this was a once in a lifetime, opportunity.
Yeah. So here's a little clip from from our tuk tuk adventure. So we are in the back of a motorcycle with a little tiny bed on it, and there's 8 of us and a wheel packed in the back of this thing. And just to give you, because you can't really tell from that video how small it is, but you can kind of see here that you can see
it
the
was
motorcycle front. He's riding this little motorcycle, and we're all in the back of it. So I thought we were gonna make the thing do a wheelie.
I know.
yeah.
I'm sure that. Were you guys thinking about your health at all during that ride? Like,
Yeah.
God,
Well, we weren't really thinking about our health because all we could
No.
think of is how much fun it was and how enjoyable it was, but also the fact that, this is not something you do every day.
No.
what what
No.
did the
It
guy
isn't.
who was riding the motorcycle? What was his reaction to all this?
Well, now, mind you, just to give everybody an idea, set the scene, right? We were This is New Year's. We're celebrating at this outdoor eatery place, and there were fireworks everywhere. This was the best New Year's I've ever celebrated. Like, it was amazing, all the fireworks around us and being handed to us. Nico had like a rocket between his legs at one point. It
Yeah.
was crazy. And then when we went to leave, there were so many people that cars could not get in to get to us for taxi rides. So we had to walk like almost 2 miles to get to somewhere where we could actually get a ride. And then we still couldn't get a taxi because when you it's really like an Uber, and it's on an app. So when you ask for a
Right.
Didi to come get you, it tells you you're number 85 in the line, whatever. So we were still too close. So we got this guy who pulls up, and he's looking at us, and we're like, hey, he's got a little tiny area back there. He could probably fit us, and he's looking to make money. He's like, I said, hey, what do you? He's like, I fit 8. No, actually,
Wow.
he said I fit 9. I think he said.
Fit 9. Yeah.
Yeah, he said
nine.
I
Who
fit
said
9,
no?
but it was 8 of us and a wheel. so
Yeah.
so
And
no,
and let's face it, Cobra, you're probably 2.
yeah, I'm 250. I'm 250 pounds. So yeah. And I was like, good Lord, this is gonna do a wheelie, because I was all the way in the back. I was like, oh Lord, please help us. I said one little quick prayer, and I was like, hey, whatever happens, happens. But
Did you guys give him a tip?
but that's the thing. You got to pay him on that, goofy
Yeah.
app.
App.
So
Good for thing. That was it.
the tip thing is kind of, I'm like, I don't know, how do you give him a tip? I don't know how to give him a tip. I don't so, but he was happy because we did give him, we paid him. And yeah, and then he got us to an area where we could actually get a cab. So he wasn't even our ride. He just got us to the
Okay.
bridge to get us over so that we could get a cab. So, but it was fun. It was truly fun. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was. I don't want to say life changing, but I would just say it was the trip of a lifetime. I know that I I couldn't give up my Christmas like Marty did. I just couldn't. My family, my kids, a couple of them are still teenagers, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not. I can't just leave, but I did leave the day after, or that night. I left Christmas night to get over there, but it was worth it. Even though I paid more money than most people because
Yeah.
I didn't decide to go until late.
So too
Um,
late. Yeah.
yeah, but it was worth it. It was well worth it. And if anybody's wondering, do we feel like it's worth it? I guarantee you, all of us will say yes. It was very, very, very worth
Every one
it.
of us.
Well, so I've been asked this, and I'll ask you, would you do this next year?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, I can answer it even before you finish asking. Yes.
Okay.
And I know
Because there,
what he mentioned the plan might be coming up.
I know,
Yeah.
but
And
I wonder if it will happen though.
I don't know.
I don't know.
I think he may have to skip a year. I don't think he can do it this year. But maybe. I don't know.
Well, no, he can't because I've talked to him. You're talking about Kobe, right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
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 I
Yeah.
mean, I talked to him a little bit, and my advice to him was it's got to be later January or February.
Yeah.
It can't be December or,
No.
and because they got the
Mm.
Chinese
New
holiday
year.
going
New
on
Year.
Yeah.
too. So that means
Yeah.
it's not going to happen in 2025.
Well, he was saying it like it was, and I'm like, I don't know that you want to do that.
When? I mean,
I
I'm
had
not
a
going to go for Christmas again. I'm not going
no. I don't think he was talking Christmas. I think he was talking before. So like,
to be, yeah, but
no
that's just
November.
bad. We got the Thanksgiving and I don't know.
Yep. Yeah. I know. I
That's not,
agree. I agree. Like, but what if he did like November 1st?
I don't know. It's just, yeah,
It's a little soon, right? Like if I feel like
yeah,
this trip was so much, I think you may
because
want to
it
give
was,
us a little
Thanksgiving
more
coming.
yeah,
time.
it wasn't cheap. I mean, I figure when I add in all the accessories and everything involved in going on this, it was about 5,000 for me to
Yeah,
do the
yeah,
whole
me,
thing.
yeah, yeah.
So,
I was around there.
it's not, so I don't know. It's a commitment. And then you talk to some of the guys who were from, like David from Belgium, right? They're
Yep.
telling me, oh
Mm.
yeah, our our airplane flights, round trip were like $800. It's
Oh
like,
my god. You're like that makes you sick, right? You're like,
yeah, their their visas were free,
oh my
because
god.
Americans, they sock it to us to get the visa if you're an
Yep,
American.
yep. They
So I
certainly
don't know.
did. And I had to make 3 trips to New York to get my damn visa. So,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. You
oh,
told.
there's
Yeah.
a lot of commitment, time commitment.
uh,
Hey, Afiz, was there actually anyone from Britain there other than you?
No, it's just me
Okay.
that I know of anyway. Yeah, it's just me. Yeah.
oh,
I remember
um,
like there's a map where you kind of have to put your name against where you are, and I
mhm.
circled
Okay.
the entire UK. Put my name there.
um,
So
yeah.
do you know, are there any competitive guys in Britain that would potentially could go to this or not really?
There are some, but the issue with, or should I say, the challenges. Whereas you guys in the US, you have your organized events where you've got time to practice and hone in your skills. We don't have that there. It's because of the laws over there, right? It's illegal to ride
Right?
on public road unless you can ride. It's legal to ride on private land with a landowner's permission. So you can go to racetrack and rent it out and get a permission to race there and sign all that. Then you can do it. But so yeah, it's you're right when you said that the U.S. is the biggest market, not just for um, Begode, but the biggest market for electric unicycles in general. So that's why we don't have that much competition with you guys.
Well, speaking of competition, somebody asked Afeez, UC Vibes asked earlier, and I meant to ask this. Sorry, Vibes, I kind of skipped over it. He said, Afeez, this is random, but do you know where Zoom Wheels Brian has been? He was really fast, and he made great
Yeah.
seats.
Yeah. So again, with the with the law situation and with the enforcement, um, people are kind of rethinking their relationship with rideables in general, as in e-scooters, EUCs, one wheel, electric
Wow.
skateboard. Because yeah, so if you're gonna
That
spend 3,000 or what in the case of Sherman L, 4,000 plus, you don't want to be like, don't want the wheel to be taken, from you. That's a lot of money to lose. And also, places. When you look at places like in Europe, there are some countries in Europe where you can ride freely because they have segregated lanes where you can just ride away from the traffic. In the UK or in major cities in the UK, you don't have that. So there's also the safety aspect as well. So, yeah, I think people just kind of weigh up the options and just realize it's not really worth it. People still ride, but they mostly ride on private tracks, or maybe they're going into the forest or something off roading. Yeah,
that's so
so that's why
sad.
it
That is
is.
sad.
It is. Yeah, it is. And so most of the time for me, I don't like to ride in the UK because of that. It's just not it's not advisable. So I do travel a lot, and I know Matthew, you're like, oh, you travel a lot. Yeah, I travel a lot because that's when I get to actually ride in places
Right.
where
Because that's when you can
where
ride.
I can, yeah, where I can ride. Yeah. So that's the reason why. So I'll stay here just for a little bit longer, enjoy the sunshine here, and maybe go down to the factory, ride a few wheels here and there. The good thing about eRise is we just don't sell to the UK. We have a eRise Global, so we do sell
Right.
to other countries as well. So it's not UK, yeah. So that's why we
I
have it, and
just
we also have a
I,
yeah, you know,
That's sad. That's too
I
yeah. Go
can't
sad.
ahead, Matthew.
imagine well, I was just thinking today, I just went out to grab lunch. I rode, it's probably 3 miles to get there. I jumped on the XWay and I rode there, but XWay, since it's kind of a fast wheel and everything, I was riding on the streets with the cars, in between cars, cars in front of me, cars in back of me. And it's just, I can't imagine living someplace where I couldn't do that. I guess it would make you think twice about why bother. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, you can't you can't ride. It's just that when they catch you, so
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
so
Uh,
yeah.
That's sad. Um, so there's a question here. Devo said, "Who drank the most on the trip, or who got drunk the
Oh,
most?" And Roger said,
Roger.
"Mr.
oh,
No, Roger said Mr. Lin wins."
Well, yeah, but I
yeah,
think,
Mr.
I think
Linwood, he's right.
Roger is a pretty close second there. I think, I don't
I
know.
look. Roger may have had a few nights that he was drinking, but Mr. Lin,
Yeah,
he
he
wins
puts it
hands
down.
down. He was
Yeah,
smashing it like every
yeah,
day. I was like, good God, if I drank like that, I think my liver would explode. Like,
And then he was awake the next day, doing the thing, working away. So
yeah,
he
yeah,
he and he was up early like it was nothing. I was like, okay,
yeah.
but hey. So people are talking about the law. I keep getting questions in my private messages and stuff asking me about the laws and stuff, and how come people aren't talking about? I'm like, people are talking about it, but right now it's like, for us, I mean, I don't know what to do and how to help it along. We knew it was coming, and we knew that they would put
what are you talking
regulations
about?
on it. about the laws that are changing, and how, like he was saying, they can't ride in the UK, and people here are
Oh,
asking
oh,
me about that. What do what are we gonna do? I said, look, I don't know what to do. I don't know what the answer is. I know that only thing we can do is try and put it to reach out to legislation and try and get them to enact some sort of and I my thought is this: they're going to want us to register them, and then they'll allow us to ride them in a certain capacity.
I'm I'm not worried about it happening in the United States.
Yeah,
I'm really not.
yeah.
It's just so niche. I mean, California just passed some e-bike
E-bike, yeah.
laws, but again, no mention of us, thank goodness, because we're so niche.
Yeah, but people
And
are saying that that includes us, and that's why they're
no,
like,
it's
oh, I'm like, well, it doesn't mention what
yeah,
we're riding, so.
I'm just not worried about it. I don't know.
So people are saying that those laws are definitely coming to America, and I'm like, well, we'll see. We'll
Yeah,
see.
America, the land of the brave and the land of the free. So
Uh,
yeah,
yeah. Well, Devo says with these new pocket rocket EUCs coming out, like the Falcon, the EV rocket, and the Arrow, we should start a league and race indoors on go kart tracks. I think that would really catch on. Look, I would love to. I did a wheel life rally my first year or second year, actually. I did an indoor rally at a go kart track, which I won, by the way, with the V11 because it was so high and could corner so hard. But it's insurance, like you mentioned. Insurance was the issue when I tried to go back to that track to do it again. He said it was going to cost him too much for the insurance, and the insurance company didn't really want it to happen because somebody flipped a go kart and he was getting sued, and he was like, my insurance is going to drop me, or so I can't have the event, so he had to cancel our event the second time we were going to do it indoors. But I agree, smaller wheels on an indoor track would be so much fun. The hard cornering that you had to do, people were doing, remember at the off-road race where people were grabbing the tree and coming
yeah,
around.
right.
That's what they were doing at the indoor rally. I was getting pissed because I was like, "Stop cheating!" They were grabbing the pole and slingshotting around, and I was like, "That's not fair." But I was still able to catch him, so I was like, "Cheat all you want, I still won."
Wait, wait. Is Roger still here? We got to get Roger to sponsor another N10 race at
Ah,
his shop.
Roger, you still there? M10, what's up? M10 races, we gonna do it again? We gonna do a repeat? um, so they were saying the laws in Canada are pretty lax. So lucky them. Not everybody can say that, obviously.
I think it depends where you are because I know guys. I don't know what's the province that's kind of above the western part of the United States. There's some place that it's not. That's not true. It's very difficult to legally ride UCs. So
Well, I'm
so
just
anyway,
glad
I
that
think it
I'm
depends
glad
where
we
you
don't have
are.
to worry about that. Yeah, so
Yeah,
far.
that's true. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, Ricardo was mentioning that Brett has a mini PEV games in Toronto. Excuse me, it's just that in February. Yeah, I was planning on going to that as well, but again, surgery won't be making it. So recovery. Are you guys planning to get the Panther? And how was the low end torque on that wheel? Yes, all three of us loved the Panther, and the low end torque was surprisingly good.
Felt felt great. Did not feel like a 22-inch wheel. Very
Uh,
responsive. I rode it all day for that mountain trip ride, right? And so that's where I
yeah,
really fell in love with that wheel. Very responsive. I just loved how that thing rode.
yeah, yeah. I agree. I felt like hold on, let me. Uh-oh. There he goes. I agree. I felt like the
I'm back.
that wheel felt so good. It felt better. And you said it earlier, uh, Marty, that it felt better than the GT Pro Plus, whatever, Super Plus Plus, because it even though it's big like it didn't ride like a tank. It rode smooth and it had good low end torque. So you felt like, and it didn't feel like the Master Pro. It didn't feel like that because the Master Pro has that like delay. Like you
Right.
lean on it and it's like a delay before it kicks in. And this didn't feel like that. This felt like, whoa, okay. So, yeah.
By the way, I did talk to Kobe a little one-on-one about, he knows because I've talked about this previously about a, not exact, but like about a 6,000 watt hour wheel. I was just, I was just talking to him about how I think, I don't think the Master Pro, I don't think that's as big as they can be. I think there's room for, maybe to go up to about a 6,000 watt hour because they're, they're able to make them lighter weight now. I think they get the balance of the battery packs.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yep.
I don't think he's, totally opposed to it. So that might be, something like that might be coming down the road. We'll see.
You were working on him, Marty. You were working on
A
him.
little, just a little bit, trying to convince him that I told him I agree. It might be too big. I don't know, but I think it's worth exploring to
Mm-hmm.
see.
Yep. So easy vibes. He said, "I hate my Master Pro." We know vibes. We know. We saw your videos. uh, Ricardo says, "I was thinking of the Panther, but it's pricey. So thinking either that the Sherman L. I've had the Lynx ride the ET Max at the moment, so I'm on the fence." Well, the ET Max is definitely the high speed wheel, so if you got that covered. You said you've had the Lynx, so if you have the Lynx, you got the smaller wheel, with some power covered. The Sherman L or the Panther, I don't know. The Panther's not done yet, so I couldn't say. What would you say, guys? Sherman L or
The
Panther?
I think it's my my sense is it's going to be the Panther because that suspension again, I I think it might be better than the L, and it's got a bigger battery, 168 volts, more responsive, 22-inch tire, charges at 30 amps if you need to charge fast.
Mm-hmm.
I think it might be worth the extra little bit extra money.
What do you think of fees?
Yeah, I think there's, although they do overlap,
Mm-hmm.
but I still think they still not quite in the same bracket. Not quite yet. There are some, overlapping qualities, but the Panther is. I mean, as Marty says, right? The 22-inch and all that, and it's 53 kilograms. I'm not sure
Mm-hmm.
what pounds that is. The Sherman L is 46. So there, you will notice that the Sherman L will handle a little bit more
Yeah,
better at slow corner than the Panther. So I will still say there are some synergies in terms of qualities, but they're not quite the same type of wheel for them to go head to. You know what I mean?
but it depends what you look.
Yeah,
But if you're looking for a
yeah.
I guess if you're
The
looking for a
cruiser,
cruiser, I think it's
yeah,
going to
then
be
it's
the
the Panther,
Panther.
right? And yeah,
Yeah.
of course. I mean, if you're looking for a cruiser, is the Panther. If you're looking for range, but also want some maneuverability with your range, then you probably go for the Sherman L. So some people want a bit of range, but also want to be able to kind of carve a little bit through, busy streets and traffic in the
Well,
US, for example. Then you go for Sherman L.
Ricardo
I
is
got to,
saying, "Go ahead."
I just got to
Go
remind
on.
people we live in the best of times for EUCs. I know it's I, I know like I feel privileged because I have access to so many wheels. And I
Mm-hmm.
know that's not the case for a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
And it's easy for me to say it, but try not to get stressed out about wheel choices. It's like, wow,
Mm.
if any
Yeah.
wheel you pick,
Yeah.
is going to be a great wheel.
Yeah. And that's a good point, Marty. A really good point, because Ricardo's asking, right? And he says I ride mainly street. So I would tell you that the Sherman L and the Panther, I think they're very, very similar. I think they're going to be either choice you can't go wrong with. Before riding the Panther, I was 100% sold that the Sherman L was the cruiser wheel that I was looking for, because I had been looking, I'm still looking for a replacement for my Monster Pro. And I haven't found one that gives me that same Monster Pro feel. I hadn't. And I was like, okay, Sherman L was the closest, because you guys were all talking about the range and everybody loved the wheel. I got on it and I was like, oh, the instant comfort. And because I'm like, well, it has the range and the instant comfort, so this is going to be it. But when I rode the Panther gave me the Monster Pro vibe. It gave me that same feeling I used to get. And it's hard to quantify. I really can't explain what it is, because it's not just the long range. It was the size, the maneuverability, and the range, and the comfort. There was just a lot to it that made that wheel really good for me. Like, I really still think about that wheel, the Monster Pro, for me. Even though that's the wheel that cut off and destroyed my shoulder forever, I still think of that wheel because it's still one of my favorite wheels. So the Panther gave me that feeling, kind of. So if you were asking me, and you said you primarily ride street and you want a long range cruiser, I probably will lean like Marty towards the Panther. I would probably tell you that's probably going to be the one that you're going to want. But if you're a Leaper Kim lover and those are the wheels you like, you're not going to be disappointed with that Sherman L at all.
Right.
I
still think
wheel.
as of right now, like what you can buy and own, I still think the Sherman L is the greatest of all time. I mean, it's a beautiful riding wheel. It does it all. It's amazing.
I just finally ordered mine yesterday. Oh, no, today. I ordered
Did you?
today.
What, the L?
Yeah. I finally ordered an L. I finally ordered an L today.
I thought with all what you're saying right now, I thought you were still kind of like,
nope.
Yeah, you were waiting and maybe you were going to, okay, cool.
Nope. I bought it because only because
good choice.
Yeah. Only because I don't have a Leaper Kim wheel right now. And I felt like I would be remiss if I didn't have at least one Leaper Kim wheel in my little stable here. And I'm saying it, and I'm kind of speaking low because I'm probably going to get put out on the couch when she hears that I got another new wheel coming. So just so you know. So if my next video is from my couch, you'll know why.
If there's someone out there, that knows Cobra's wife's phone number, give it to me so I can do a midnight text.
Marty, trust me, when it shows up here, only 2 weeks after the XWay showed up.
Oh, God.
Let's just say I am not going to be her favorite person.
And after the China trip, which I know she loved, right?
Oh yeah. Oh, he froze again. But yeah, she was already hot. She was already hot. And then I got here and the XWay was here and I was so excited and she was not. She was not excited at all. And I was like, okay. And then I waited and I was like, okay, I love this wheel. And I'm trying not to get too excited and not to rub it in, like, oh my God. And, and I'm like, okay, calm down. So I haven't really made many videos, but also because it's been super cold and snowing and shit. So I am still waiting for the opportunity to be able to make some good videos on it. And then, I got in contact with Jason and I was like, I don't have a Leaperkin wheel. I sold my Sherman S, and I sold it thinking I was gonna get an L, but this China trip came up, and I don't really have the money like that kind of. And he's like, well, this is what I can do for you, and you tell me when you're ready. And I'm like, okay. And I'm like, oh. I kept looking at the email, going, oh. And then I came up with a crazy plan. I said, if I do, and I know I'm not the only one out there that's done this, because we all don't have Marty money, but I I clicked the button that says split it up into payments so that she won't see
Uh,
she won't see the payment for it. And I was like, okay. So I split it up, and I'm hoping that it's not going to be noticed. But it doesn't matter because when it shows up here in a couple days, I gotta explain it anyway. And I think my explanation is gonna be China sent it to me.
there you go. That's cool. Yeah.
I think that's gotta be my explanation. Because I don't know how else to explain it. Like, didn't you just get one 2 weeks ago? What had happened was
China sent it to me.
Well, that's why you need to sell your Pro, right?
yeah, the Commander Pro is why I'm trying to sell that so I can pay for this, but I couldn't wait. I'm like, all right, I gotta just do it. I'm like, if you're gonna do it, just freaking do it. And I'm like, oh, you're a dummy. You're gonna be.
Now I got to ask you, when I don't have this problem, but when you're living where you live, where the weather is like horrible right now, I
Mhm.
just can't imagine you really riding at all in a way.
Yeah.
Uh, why don't you wait to make a purchase like this till like the spring, and the
Who?
wheels might even be cheaper.
Because
I don't know.
I want to by then I want to have the wheel dialed in. I want to have the right pads, the right seat. I want to adjust the suspension. And on those very rare days when it's decent enough to ride, when the streets clear up and it's in the 45, 55, degree weather where it's still cold, but I can go out, I'm going to ride the hell out of these wheels and get them locked in so that when we do get good weather, I'm not figuring shit out. I'm riding. And
Okay.
yeah. Also, I'm impatient as fuck.
Okay. Well,
I can
I
tell
think
you that.
you should have said that. You should have said that first. I think that's
Yeah,
probably the
I could have
primary.
led with that. I could have led with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I'm that kid squirrel. We're talking about. Oh, that looks good. Oh, that looks.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
have a problem. I I wholeheartedly admit it. Lord knows I have a problem.
It's really tough. I have a lot of wheels right now, and today I was looking at the wheels and where they're stored, and I'm thinking, I I honestly don't know if I have room for another wheel, and I'm thinking I'm going to have to get rid of a couple wheels, but everything I have everything I have right now is just really nice. They're all nice wheels because all the wheels which have been made in the last couple of years are nice wheels,
They
right?
are. Yeah. You're and that listen, what you said earlier, Marty, about, us being privileged and lucky right now because it's the best time to for wheels because they're all good and you really can't go wrong with a choice. You're right, but it sucks because you want every
I know. Yeah.
That is a
I want the new wheels coming out this year, which I know are coming. I know I'm going to be getting a few, and so I'm just going to have to
yeah.
get rid of some wheels. You know,
Yeah. I I don't even know. I think that it is so crazy right now that there's so much on the horizon And I mean, I could have waited, and I
Mm-hmm.
probably should have waited, and not got the Sherman L because the Panther's coming. But I don't, like I said, I don't have a Leapercam wheel, and I love Leapercam wheels. I love Begode wheels. I love all wheels really because I've had King Songs. The 16X was a great wheel. I've had Emotions. My V8
Yeah.
was a really good wheel. The V12 good wheel. So I'm a wheel lover. I have a problem not having. I wish I was Marty. I wish I had like one of every wheel,
Yeah.
but at some point you still have to shift. You got to rotate
Yeah.
out the old at some point and get the new because
Yeah.
unless you got a garage just for wheels,
All right. All right.
it's
Mm.
they're making too many. I mean, I look at the Nosfet, the Aero. I look at it and I'm like, it's cute. If they figure out some things, I might want to get one as a small wheel. But I was already thinking about the Falcon. I was gonna trade my A2 and get a Falcon, and and then I'm like, well, maybe once the Arrow comes down in price and they figure out how to make it, maybe that'll be my smaller wheel. I don't know. I still need a small wheel to walk the dog. I take my dog out for a run on a small wheel. I use the A2 right now. So
Yeah.
there's
Yeah.
there's a market for that size wheel.
Mm-hmm.
I know that you can't have them all. You can try, but at some point you got to rotate them out.
Hey, I
Is
hate
that
to
is that
do
is
this,
is
but I got to bail.
Okay.
It's
yeah.
it's 9 o'clock. Isn't it like midnight there?
It is, and I have to get up for work in the morning.
Okay.
So,
Okay. But
Marty,
you're a short timer, so I guess
yeah.
you really don't care whether you can perform at work. So.
Well, tomorrow I am I'm acting captain, so I'll be in charge of the city for tomorrow, and that means I'm
Okay.
behind a desk. So
Okay.
I don't have to be out in the cruiser. I'm behind a desk. I'll be running the city from
All right.
inside tomorrow. So I'll be good. I'll be good. But you have a point because the problem is, I'm looking at the chat and there's some more stuff that will spark more conversation. But I think Marty, what you're saying is the right thing to do. I think
Well, it's to me. I don't mean to end your
Right thing for me as well.
no,
stream, but
it's all Marty's fault. He's ending the stream.
great,
Yeah,
great.
blame Marty. So well, one last question, and I do want to ask you because I mean my answer would be no, but um, does the Begode EX30 hold up as a good wheel to have compared to the new ones? I would say
Oh
no.
wow. Yeah, I haven't ridden mine. I haven't ridden mine in about 4 months. How's that? How's that for an answer? I mean, to me, once I got the Sherman L,
Nothing else
it's
really mattered.
hard. It yeah, it's kind of hard to. Yeah, the X30s.
Nothing.
I'd say if you can get
Nothing.
a good price for it, you can. I mean, it's still a good wheel, but yeah, it's got not compared to now. With the higher voltage wheels, the battery cases which are low. I think
Mm.
it had its day, but yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
I
I
agree.
think yeah, it's still a good value wheel. I think you have to also remember that there is a market where most people cannot afford the latest and greatest, right? So
Yeah,
for someone
Right,
that
right.
wants to get a good understanding into performance wheels and get that feet into getting one, um, then yes, I would say yeah. I mean, the EX30 is a great wheel. 134 volt, like we're so spoiled, right? That 134 volt
I
is
know.
now seen as like, come on now, what's
No,
going on?
yeah, they're still great wheels, and the EX30 is still a great
They're
wheel,
still
but
great wheels.
compared to what we have and what's coming, yeah.
168
Oh yeah,
volt.
what's coming? Yeah,
Well,
or maybe
it
higher.
is it's sad. It's sad because it things move fast. Technology moves fast, and we blaze through the 100 volt, 126 volt. 134 volt, 168 volt. We're blazing through it like it's nobody's business. And I can't tell you that it doesn't matter. Because when I can lean my 250 pounds on this wheel, the XWay, and lean as hard as I possibly can, and it just climbs like nobody's business, the old wheels couldn't do that. They just couldn't do that. The grunting and the wheel slipping and the gear slippage or whatever, there's no way they could do that. So it's comparing better technology to older technology. Are they good enough? Like you said, if you are just getting into it, yes, still good, very good. But if you're trying to he said compared to the new wheels. If you're comparing it, it can't compare to the new wheels.
No. If you're not budget constrained, don't look at the X30. No.
Yeah. But Afeez, somebody else asked about where to get your gloves. I'll put a link in this video. The links are always, I have Linktree and other link setups, but I'll put the gloves in there because someone's asking specifically for your gloves, which are amazing.
Now I'm not being paid for this, though I do like Afeez, but I've been wearing the E-Rides gloves for 5 months now. That's all I wear, and I got a review video coming soon, but I just want to throw that out there. Again, I'm not being paid for this. I think the E-Rides gloves, I love them. I have the ones I like are the fingerless ones. Just
I was gonna tell you that too, Afeez, if you could throw some of those in there too. Because I know you were sending me the bigger ones, but after looking at Marty's fingerless ones, I was like, damn. In the summertime, I'm gonna need those too. So if we can make that happen, that'd be really good, really good.
That's fine. And the fingerless one that Marty has, we've actually improved on that as well.
Oh,
yes, and that'll be in my review video because again, Afeez is graciously providing me with the newer ones. I wanted to say that this sound like a commercial, but Afeez, he's always improving the product, so he's like continually improving these gloves, and the improvements he's made are great. I'm going to throw this out there just since we're talking one-on-one. I was just thinking today oddly about these gloves, that one improvement I would ask, since I know you're always working on improvements for the fingerless gloves, I think the leather could be doubled on the length on the finger parts. I think there's too much of the fingers are exposed. I think all you need is from the top knuckle forward, because then you have the fingers which can still grab and grip things.
So
that would
basically,
be just
you're saying extend all the way here.
Unfortunately, I can't see you in my.
He can't see your hand.
Middle.
But up to the
But I get it.
the knuckle closest to the fingertip. I think I just don't think the fingers need to be as exposed. That's a niche little. I know you're always looking for improvements, but anyway, that's it for the commercial.
And like if you guys don't really understand, me and Marty we're no nonsense people, just so you guys, I know you guys know that by now. If there's shit that I don't like, I'm gonna tell you. If there's things Marty don't like, he's gonna tell you. And I can tell you that honestly, I was dying to find something. You saw the video I made on the gloves. I really was putting things together to try and make a glove do what those gloves do. So we're not saying it because he said, hey, I'm going to pay you to say this. No, we're saying it because we really believe in the product. And the fact that he keeps making them better continually is not something that you normally get out of people who are, manufacturers. So I appreciate you continue to make them better. So I think we're going to end on that, Marty.
You kept me on for another 5 minutes. So I got
Well, wait, Marty, before you go, no.
No.
Thank you.
No, I appreciate you guys. I
I got to
thank
go
you.
as well.
Yeah. I thank you guys for stopping in. Everybody in the chat, please hit that like button if you haven't already. Please, thank you guys. I appreciate you stopping by. You guys have a good night, and we'll talk again soon. All right?
All right.
Later,
Good night, everyone.
guys.
Bye-bye.